Sorry, my bad. Y'all can't hear me. Everybody, good afternoon, good evening, way depending on where you at. Welcome to another Talk About It Tuesday. We're gonna chop it up here. Um, talk about a lot of things. Um, hold on, let me go live over here on the Facebook side. Hang on 1 second. Let me get my Facebook people over here. One moment. All right, there we go. Let's see what we got going on. All right, there we go. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hello, if you hear me. All right, that looks good. All right, so we're gonna talk about quite a few things tonight. First of all, appreciate y'all rocking with me on Tuesday. I don't know what the weather is in your neck of the woods, but in my neck of the woods, it is snowing, snow on the ground outside. Man, we had some snow today. It started actually last night. Kids been having fun, um, running around outside, throwing snowballs and shit. We just outside having fun, man, kicking it, doing what we need to do. So, um, just having fun. Took it as a snow day. Tomorrow, school's closed as well. So I don't know where you guys are, but definitely um, stay warm, stay safe on them roads. All my Houston people, all my Atlanta people, stay safe, stay on the road. All my folks in the Midwest, yeah, come to y'all if it does. Be safe. Man. 1 second. All right, man. Come on, man. We waiting on you and a few more people to hop on in. Yes. And I'm gonna wonder while we wait for everybody to join. Go ahead and get you. If y'all know how we kick it here on Talk About It Tuesday, go ahead and get you some liquor or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you like to drink. Me personally, I like tequila. I'm gonna go pull me up a little glass in a second. I'll let you know what brand. One of my favorite tequilas to drink. If you smoke, roll you up some, you know what I'm saying? Real good, real fatty. And we're gonna deep dive into a few discussions from a practical standpoint, like, you know. All right, so we got a few comments here. Yes, so appreciate you sharing. I know you can hear me. What we got up here? So it be. All right, Camilla. You read your book. All right. Now, first topic we're going to talk about. I'm just giving a rundown real quick. Um, we're going to talk about dealing with rejection, what those things entail, um, the emotions that one will go through, the scenarios in which that will happen, whether it be cold approaching or um, someone that you're within the bounds of a relationship and may get rejected. Some guys may feel a certain way by getting rejected for sex or other things. And, maybe a girl getting rejected for money or maybe doing something on a house or something like that. So rejection can come in different forms. I guess from a lot of things that when I look at that, it's like small things. I handle all things. You handle all things how you handle small things. That's what I'm gonna say. So, certain things that you would handle in those situations, you would handle in the same. But we'll talk about it. So how to deal with rejection. Um, how to know when you're ready to move on from your last relationship. Meaning, you know, how do you know you actually healed from your last relationship and you're ready to move on? And actually look for something new, right? You're actually open and able to look for something new. Um, so we're going to talk about that, the different scenarios around that, of course. And let's see what else we got on the docket. We're gonna talk about how long should should you date someone before making it official. So let's say you're talking and you're talking to someone. Let's say you guys been dating a little while, um, maybe like you know, a few weeks, a month, 2 months. You're still early. Y'all might have smashed or something. So y'all hang out. Um, Hell, y'all may even went on a trip, right? And so, in those scenarios, what would be uh, a good timeline to be like, hey, we're gonna do this, make it official. So we're gonna talk about that. Um, and then there's a video I have. Um, Nina actually sent. We'll talk about that. I'm waiting on her to hop on. I think she was wrapping up something. She told me she'll be on the set. I got Jermaine hopping on. Let's see who else joining. Who else we got joining? I think we got a few more people that's gonna hop on. Let's see. But I got a video that's more so about like masculine women and feminine men, and it's kind of labeled that, but it's kind of like the clickbait, right? And so, um, it's more so describing gender roles, and I would like to have a discussion around that, especially in the modern terms. Um, So we may not spend much time on it. We may spend a lot of time on it, just depending on how the conversation flows. Because how we do on talk about it Tuesday. So waiting on everybody to join. Let's see, we got Nina just popped in.
Sorry. Greetings.
Greetings, greetings. I was just giving everybody a rundown of the show
Okay.
so far, just kind of the topics we were going to talk about. And you popped in at the right time, so perfect, perfect. Main say he's gonna hop on in a sec, and then I haven't talked to Marcy, so let me check her real quick.
I sent the link.
Marcus, talk to Marcus today.
Yeah, I just sent the link. So what are we talking about?
So if did you see the topics in the chat
Oh, let me go check. Hold on.
and the post? So yeah, you all need to run down. So we're gonna talk about dealing with rejection. Let me bring Main on. What's up, Doc? We're gonna talk about dealing with rejection.
What's
Um,
up with it?
cooling it. Dealing with rejection, how to know when you're ready to
Ain't
move
nothing
on
over
from your last relationship. How long should a couple date before making it official? And a video about masculine and feminine women, more so about gender roles though. So we'll have a discussion around it. So what? What'd you say,
there.
man?
Nah, I was trying to fix my mic and stuff.
All right. Well, y'all get situated. Um, I am waiting for one more. And how was everybody week, man? Y'all enjoy the snow. Yeah, you get out and enjoy the snow, dog. Copeland.
Man, I can't.
I guess he can't hear me. What about you, Nina? Did y'all get any weather up there? Any bad weather?
Nah, we didn't get no snow. It was like 26 degrees today. And so very cold. They say it's gonna snow within the next couple of days. It's snowing down now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Big,
Wow.
we got big snow.
Hey,
Yeah, we got
Copeland.
like
How you
yeah,
doing,
we
Miss
got like
Nina?
4 inches. We got like 4 inches.
How y'all doing out there?
Hey,
What's good? What's good?
Hey,
All right,
Cinnabon.
we're gonna hop into it.
hey. Y'all gonna have to forgive. Are we live? We live right now?
We
Yes.
live already.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera off because I'm getting ready to eat while we on this podcast.
Okay, so I was just about to ask. All right, so look, let's get started. So, all right, so dealing with rejection, you know what I'm saying? Different forms, of course, but dealing with rejection, right? Um, how 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 do y'all handle that? Like, what do you think
Well,
is the best way of
before
handling
I
it?
get off the camera, let me go ahead and chime in because I was actually publicly rejected and humiliated today by two people. So let me speak on it. First of all, rejection, especially as a female, is very humbling to say the least. Especially when you think you got a shot and you shoot your shot and they laugh at you in your face. Oh God, it's like having your heart ripped out and then like somebody just stabbing you in the stomach. It's just like, oh my God, did this really just happen?
So what are you talking about?
I mean, so today I caught myself trying to shoot my shot with somebody. I caught myself trying to shoot my shot. The guy laughs at me attempting that in public and it hurt my feelings. So I went to my comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, which I thought was my comfort zone,
Hmm?
to my people to be comforted for what this dude just did to me. And another guy gonna embarrass me in my comfort zone
Mm,
as if I was not supposed to be shooting my shot and I should have just stayed where I was at.
mm,
So
mm.
I was getting it from both ends today. I
Oh,
felt humiliated.
so you should have stayed home.
I should have stayed home.
Oh, that's what's wrong
Call
with
Mm,
myself being grown, playing a
mm.
grown folks
Be like that
game.
sometimes, don't
you.
So that was online, or
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah, it
But
was.
y'all ain't gotta worry about me shooting my shot again.
girl, don't give up.
I'm about to give up. Cause this ain't the first time they did it.
Mm.
it? Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. All right, need to go ahead. I'm gonna go. Let me grab pull up
I
real
don't
quick.
mind rejection though. You know, everybody ain't gonna agree with you, gonna like you. So hey, I'm gonna shoot my shot regardless. You know,
Right.
either gonna be a yes or no. It's a 50-50 chance.
Hey, it can't be number yay or nay.
And hey, closed mouth don't get fed.
Obviously, open ones don't either.
Well, hey, yeah, they do. They get fed to the right person.
Mm.
So guys don't mind women shooting their shot.
Nah,
Mm.
So as a guy, what would be like a turn off that you would have for a woman shooting a shot? Because sometimes somebody can try to talk to you and you're okay with it, and then other times just like, okay, yeah, I don't know, I'm good. So what would be like a turn off from somebody trying to attempt it?
man, don't come to my inbox just showing me your pussy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a turn off. Like,
But what if it's in person?
huh?
What if it's in person?
Well, if in person, it's all about how she carry herself and how she acting in public. Like, I cannot deal with no ghetto woman. That's a turn off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Tucker.
So I'm looking here at the comments. So Camellia said those are feminine males. And Shannon said wild work for sure. And yep, Shannon, I'm in Dallas. Well, I'm in Mineral Wells. It's past Fort Worth. But me personally, I don't think It's feminine males. I think that everybody should just really focus on doing them, and just what's not for you is just not for you. If you're not gonna shoot your shot, then don't. But don't expect people to follow all these rules when they interacting with people. Me personally, um, do I shoot my shot? Uh, I just really network with people. Now, if it's somebody I like, then they're gonna know I like them. I'm not gonna just be like, "Let me
What
take you out."
what
But on
what you what you consider shooting your shot?
just making the person aware that I'm interested in them. Now, don't catch me tipsy on a cruise. This guy said I told him I was gonna fly him out, and I'm like, why would you even believe that? And in my head, I'm thinking like, it's what did you say? Because
Well, you said
I, I
you
didn't remember
said.
saying it, but it's like, what was your response? Because why would I? I could talk to somebody in Texas. Why would I fly you in? That's crazy. So
Hey, hey, you said it, so why wouldn't he believe it?
it was the tequila.
Well,
It
I'm
was
just
clearly
saying.
not me present.
But I'm just
Well,
saying. Why wouldn't he believe it though? You said it.
I don't think I said it. I think he was making stuff up.
So you telling us? So you telling the world you be lying when you drunk?
That's what he said. But
I
first of
think he
all,
be
when I'm
telling the truth.
talking to a
I thought
guy,
Luke's gonna tell you, make you tell the
I
truth.
I thought it was too.
yeah,
And
when
it's
I'm
his
talking
man.
to guys, I don't take the role of the masculine. So I would never say I'm gonna fly you out. I'm thinking maybe whatever he was drinking, he misheard. But I digress.
Like,
I'm like, baby, yeah, I would never. So I would shoot my shot in a way just to make the guy aware, but just to be like, hey, can I get your number? I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Shout out to my baby mama Jam. Now, I shot my shot with Jam. She my baby mama.
And how'd that go?
Um, we both have an understanding that we want to hang out. And so it's not like let's sex each other. It's just I naturally, if I come to Houston, I would reach out to y'all. I wouldn't come to Houston and not reach out, and we've been doing a podcast together.
Man, that motherfucker ain't from Houston. Don't let that motherfucker fool you.
Well, I don't mean her in particular, but I'm
Yeah,
just
damn,
saying,
I'm talking shit. Yeah.
that nigga's
leave
in,
her
yeah,
alone
that
now.
nigga's over there somewhere. But
He
look,
did.
all right. Let me
Right?
get back to the subject. Let me get back to the subject. Now, did you ask me a question, Cinema?
I did.
He said, "How you
Go
feel
ahead.
about rejection?"
I don't
How do
remember
I
what it
feel
was
about rejection?
Yeah.
saying. Some questions, and then we asked you.
Yeah. So first thing is, as far as rejection, man, like May said, when someone can be a yeah or nay. So um, it just depends. Like for me, I look at the situation. I try to assess the situation, like as far as is this going to be a good situation for me, or how am I going to deal with it? You know what I'm saying? Then I shoot my shot. If I shoot my, you know what I'm saying? And either way, it's gonna go either way, yeah or nay. And I keep it rolling, yeah, keep it moving either way. So you know, it's just one of them things.
And get embarrassed and then just be like, I give up.
Nah, I never give up.
Nah, cause
Never give
maybe
up.
that one ain't for me. You know what I mean? Hey, we got Chris out here. What's going on?
So you guys don't get aggressive, right? Because some guys when you and
Uh,
even some females, like when you turn them down, now all of a sudden they calling you out your name, they mad because they embarrassed about the situation. And then some people they take it on the chin and like, okay, cool.
keep it moving.
Yeah, I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times too, a lot of people can't handle rejection, but um, I don't think that should, you know, you got to figure out how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people can't deal with rejection, so they only want to shoot their shot. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so scared money don't make none. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
most
so
people when they're aggressive, when they get rejected, they be around friends.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, because they're embarrassed. It's an embarrassment thing.
Yeah.
So Cinnabon on the
Being
post.
embarrassed. I think.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now I was gonna ask. So on the post, what did it make you feel like? Whatever the response was.
Man, let's go on with that shit. That motherfucker just joking.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
She just
I'm like,
bullshit.
I
Don't
thought it
don't
was serious.
don't you know, don't
Okay.
don't. That was an inside joke, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
Mm.
Yeah,
I was
it was.
embarrassed. Okay. But true,
Whatever.
when I was true story, I was at a store, like a convenience store. I was with some of my friends or whatever, and I had came back to the car first. On my way into the car, there was another car parked next to me, and so it was a guy in the car, and then it was a guy walking out of the store behind me who was heading to the same car. Well, the dude was trying to talk to me, and I really wasn't interested. For one, I had a dude at the time, but it was not of your business. So I just kind of like was brushing it off. This dude put out a gun, was like, "B, I will shoot you." This, and that. All because I would not talk to him, and I'm just like, some people, their aggression is like really deep rooted. So now when people talk to me, I be so scared and nervous. So I just be talking to them and not knowing, like, I don't want to mislead you, but in the same token, I don't know what you capable of. And if you get embarrassed, then you ain't about to be out here and I can be on the first 48 Cleveland edition trying to
And
figure.
it happens
I had a
daily.
similar encounter like that.
Yeah.
A guy at the store.
Yeah.
I wasn't that I was being rude or anything. I just politely declined, and he didn't like that at all. It was BF you, and you think you all that, and showing me his gun on his waist. I'm like, and see, that's why. That's why. Like, you think that's gonna make me want to talk to you now? I definitely
Right.
don't want to talk to you.
I just play it safe. I just give them the number. You can block them. You know what I'm saying? And cause some guys will stand there and be like, "I'm calling. I'm calling." It's fine, call. Cause you can just block the number. So when I
Now
leave,
I do it differently now. Like now I don't refuse. I don't ignore them because after I got shown the gun, I'm like, okay, like Cinnamon said, I'm not for trying to be on first 48 Houston edition. So I give them the conversation, and I'm like, I'm sorry, thanks, but no thanks, as politely as I can.
Yeah. I just tell people that I got a husband and my husband is on the phone or he's coming, and I wear this promise ring that my dad gave me. I wear it on my ring. So people
mm,
ask a lot of times, "Are you married?" And so if I feel like uncomfortable, I tell them like, "Yeah, I'm married," so that they'll kind of back down.
Mm.
I feel you. Just scam off.
Hmm.
so I want to revisit what you asked, Reggie. I mean, to so
What's up?
you said what is shooting your shot. So I do need to just clarify all these topics I think about when we leave. So is shooting your shot like if you're talking to somebody in the chat and then it goes private and because for me, if it's somebody we got something in common when we talking, it's like okay. But I'm just noticing in the chat, it's like if you even give somebody the inkling that you like them, they run full speed. And so I'm just really trying to see is that shooting your shot?
Is what shooting your shot?
Like if you let somebody know
Making it known
privately,
you like somebody. I think just making it known you like somebody is shooting your shot.
yeah.
Or making it known you know you think they cute or really you wanna holler. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you think they whatever it
I want to
We
see
is
all we
you.
all
that
we all
that
know what shooting a shot mean. Like, come
Well,
on now.
I mean, is
yeah
it
like
no, no, we don't. I'm just
for
saying
some
No, because
is it can
some
I
people
have your
can
number
some
or
people
is
can
it
just
like
give
let me take you
compliments.
out?
Like, compliments are one thing, shooting your shot is another. Like,
yeah
you can
compliment.
give someone a compliment that's not shooting your shot.
That's the segue. Yeah,
But saying,
compliment
"Can
is
I
something
get your
else.
number? How can I get in touch with you?" That's shooting your shot.
Oh, okay.
Let me get your number.
But nah, we all don't know. That's why I asked. But just yeah, I shoot my shot if it's somebody's
So,
six
so
five and he just looking like a beautiful. Yeah, I might. But compliment people. That's what I do. I like people though. It don't matter, female. And I ain't trying to eat your coochies, ladies. I'm just saying I compliment women naturally, and so
oh Lord.
well, you got to make it clear because it's a lot going on. It's like you got to make it clear that ain't what I'm doing. But I compliment women all the time.
Shit.
Somebody said,
Y'all
"In what?
crazy. All
Oh,
right.
do you have a backstory? What happened?"
And when don't look. This is what I was about to say because this is what I was
Mm,
gonna make. Please don't like when we talking about these things. Try to be as general as possible. Try not to give too much personal,
mm.
um, and keep it about what we talking about.
Mhm.
So don't read the chat.
No,
What?
read the
Oh,
chat. I'm just saying when we're having these
keep it
discussions,
general.
keep it as general as
Okay.
possible. I mean, we have examples that we can pull from, but try not to make it too personal. Is
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
In what? Okay. So Shannon is asking in what chat
So
do y'all have a backstory? What's happened?
it
Wouldn't it be
happened.
asking
Would it be?
someone
And
out?
that's what I'm saying. So you got people minds wondering like what chat that we talking about.
Oh, you gotta DM me. 'Cause I don't be knowing the rules. You gotta DM me. Okay. So somebody says
I
smart
got you.
move because I had a friend to get shot in the hand. I take the number and invite to Bible study. Okay. And offer them a life insurance policy. I ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. Just give it to them. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth getting shot. And it's a lot of stories like that. Some men really don't like rejection.
And we go on a Bible study too.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna bring
That's
my
true.
Bible.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Mm.
We're gonna move on to the next one.
Somebody said let them
Um,
call, and then the other person said you can give him your number and block him. And then this is just for this topic. Listen to what he's saying, ladies.
yeah,
If you don't benefit him, he doesn't approach you. Who said that? One of y'all?
I guess she's talking about what I said. I don't know.
To the guy that's approaching you.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying you don't just listen to him. You don't have to agree with what he's saying. Just give him, basically don't completely ignore him.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah,
Shannon said, I feel like it's risky, but rejection helps you to weed out people who are not interested. Just don't try to circle back though.
Okay.
yeah.
How
What's
to
the next topic?
when you're ready.
Next topic is how to know when you are ready to move on from your last relationship.
Mm.
How do you know when you're ready to move on from your last relationship?
Yeah, that's a
That's a
good
good
one.
one.
That's a real good one, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you know though, right? Like,
When you stop cussing them out
I
in your
think for
mind.
me,
Thank you, Chris. I'm like, yeah, because they do be happening.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tug. For you.
no, I'm trying to see what's going on with the comments. I'm not getting any
Okay, so for me, I
from,
think it's
from Facebook.
whenever I get to a certain level of degree of forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
then I know I can move on. Because everybody has to go through that healing process.
Mm-hmm.
People grieve relationships too. So if you're still hurt, you're still fresh, you can bring on that grief into your next situation, and you can put things on the next person that's not meant for them. So who's that?
I don't know.
Okay, that's weird. But
Who's that?
I think once you know
Oh,
that you're
let me
beyond a
oh,
certain point, hmm,
go ahead. I mean,
but once you're beyond a certain point, I think it's okay to move on once you know. that you're at a certain level of healing in that situation, then it's okay to move on.
Hmm. I think for me, when I can think about the situation and no longer it's upsetting me, no longer am I getting mad behind it. Am I caring? Do I have feelings towards it? Um, I don't think about the situations. I don't keep replaying it in my head. And if somebody is to bring up that name, I'm not mad. There's no anger there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Mm.
cool. But I also know within myself, um, whenever I have like a relationship I'm trying to move on, I self reflect. And when I know that I'm in a good headspace, all that is together. So I have to also forgive myself as well and figure out what I did that played a cause in it, even if I'm not really wrong. But what could I have done to maybe make the situation better, or not stating it as wrong, or whatever the case is. So when I'm content with myself and I've forgiven myself and I'm content with what they did and it no longer upsets me, then I know that I'm ready to move on and that the next person that comes won't be um punished for what the last person did, and they'll benefit from my healing.
Okay. I think I'm trying to pull up the comments from the Facebook. We have some issues there. I'm getting an error. Damn Facebook.
You want me to see?
Yeah, check them out. We're getting a lot of comments from Facebook that we're not. Ah, there we are. All right, so they finally loaded for me. All right, so I'm gonna back up and read those in a minute. Let me make my point. Um, how do you know when you're ready? So what for me, and it's it's a twofold thing. It's like one is dealing with what happened in your past relationship, right? So dealing with what happened um from a sorry about that, guys. Let me add these guys there. Dealing with that from a um, emotional perspective, from a, I know from a man from a financial perspective, right? Dealing with it from a if you got kids or whatever level you got to deal with it on to have that closure, right? So then that's it, and then the second part is not being able to not having to take understanding that when you do walk into a new situation, it's you can't bring what you had before,
Mm.
Mhm.
right? You can't apply what you didn't see in the last relationship or what you making comparisons. And I think then we talked about this earlier, like making comparisons and doing things like that. Like you can't do that. You have to take each situation for what it is, and what you value, right? So then that goes back to, all right, when you get that closure, you take accountability of what the things you value, and moving forward, how do you get those things out of your next relationship? Hey, one, what's going on, bro?
What up with it?
Glad to see you on.
What up
That's
with
how I
it?
feel about it. That's how I feel about it. And we got a lot of comments from Facebook. I got to read too, like 60 some comments.
Oh wow.
Get through. But go ahead.
So you want me to well, for me, I asked this question. I'm freshly back dating, divorced almost 2 years. And so I'm working on not having a comparison, but it's just like I take every relationship or connection as a lesson. And so what I learned in my marriage was to put myself first. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you don't do that, all the other shit don't matter. And so in meeting new people, it's just this all of us talking and Chris, you too, it's like I honestly don't know. I've been off the market. And so it's just like this is a new world. And I don't in my head, I'm not comparing saying you need to be doing what was happening here. But it's like, is this in alignment with who I am today? Because when I got married, I didn't know what I wanted. I just knew I wanted to be married. And so I was doing what I see married women do on TV, like doing all the things, and that burnt me out. And so coming out of it, I'm just trying to navigate. And so I love y'all. Y'all like my little tribe. Y'all schooling me. So go ahead. I digress.
So hold on. So
Hey, I ain't surprised.
the question
Go ahead, go ahead,
you
man.
asked is how do you know? How do you know whenever you are ready to move on to another relationship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. It's levels to it. It's levels to it. First of all, time is everything. That's the first thing. The next thing is whenever the person that you was in that relationship with, whatever they do doesn't bother you no more.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's big. It doesn't trigger you.
Mhm.
You know, regardless of they doing something good or bad, it don't trigger you. The next thing is whenever you able to detach yourself when somebody like we're talking like now, and if you bring up something that kind of triggers something that happens in your past, you should be able to detach yourself from that situation. If you can't detach yourself from that situation and don't feel as if it's a attack on you, then you're still not over your relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to know. You got to be able to detach yourself from a situation that brings trauma to you, that brought trauma to you. If that happened, then you're not over your relationship.
Mhm.
You're not over that. You need to heal a little bit longer.
Say that one more time.
Okay. If you're not over. I mean, you're not ready to move on. If something that triggers you, somebody brings up something that triggers you, and you can't detach
Right.
yourself from that situation to see the views of everybody. I mean, just to see the views. If you can't detach yourself from that situation, then you're not ready to move on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take yourself out of a situation and see other points of views.
Yeah, look at it from an
You know
aerial
what I'm saying? A lot of times
perspective.
people be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I went to the store, and you be like, oh, that shit. I ain't never going to the store. Cause my last relationship, I went to the store and he was cheating on me.
Right. Right.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I understand that triggered you, right? But I mean, unless you're ready to move on, that type of shit wouldn't trigger you. You'd be like, okay, well, maybe people just want to go to the store just because they want to go to the store, not because of what happened to you in your relationship. Whenever you learn to detach yourself from shit that happened to you in your relationship, and you able to accept and understand what other people are talking about, and you able to have like a cordial conversation with them, you're not ready to move on.
That's
You know what
good.
I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
good.
And I hope I explained it as best as I can. But
I
it's
can agree
levels
with
to
that,
it.
brother.
Yeah, it's
Right. It's
levels
I can
to
levels
it.
agree with
to
that.
it.
It's definitely
Levels to
levels.
it.
And what's
Yeah.
your name?
A1.
A1. I'm okay. That was solid because even with the cooking, so I cooked for 10 years. Baby, I was on Hello Fresh. I was just tired of making the cooking decisions. But
Mhm.
it's just like now I know in my whatever's coming, I like to be in the kitchen with my person. And so I don't mind cooking. I'm going to do that anyway. But when we're in there together, it's more intimate. And so, like I say, it's a lesson. Now I know I want to be in there with you. You know what I'm saying? We playing around, sipping, listening to music. It's an intimate setting versus I'm in there feeling like Aunt your mama every time. It's
Well,
like no
well,
booty
so
rub, no nothing. It's just in there cooking, and I'm tired of making decisions. So yeah, I think maybe I might need some more time because that is triggering.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
because at the same time
I'm gonna
though,
read.
a lot. Oh, go ahead, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead and finish your thought, bro, and then I'm gonna read. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read some comments after that.
All right. So yeah, a lot of time though, like a lot of things that happens that you enjoy doing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit should be effortless. You know what I'm saying? If it bothers you that you're doing it with somebody else, like you say you enjoy cooking, you know what I'm saying? If the person that you are with that is meant for you and they understand that you enjoy cooking, they're gonna make it a fun thing for you. I mean for both of y'all. Not a chore. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Facts.
man, why did you cook today? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And it's more
Hey,
so of a fun reaction. It's gonna be and this where that energy shit come from. Oh, I feel energy. You don't feel no motherfucking energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a vibe. It's a
It's just
vibe.
right.
It's just
It,
a natural. it ain't. I don't know. It ain't energy. I know people use energy. That's that new shit. But anyway, but yeah, but but if it's
different
if
from
you feel
five
like
being
something that you enjoy to do is a damn task, then that ain't the nigga for you, or that ain't the person for you, the female for you, or whatever.
And see, let's go, and that speaks to loving someone beyond the romantic love, right? That it
Right.
goes to loving someone like to a person. You know
Unconditionally.
what I mean? Like it's more on a
Mhm.
deeper level. So you know how that person wants. You know what I'm saying? You understand everything about them. Not everything, but you understand. And the key part is you look to understand, right? You look to understand those things in your partner, and so
Mm.
that's important. Um, all right, I'm gonna read some of these comments. I'm gonna go. I only go back by 10 minutes, so bear with me, guys. I know it's a lot, and we got to keep moving on with the show. So, let's see what we got. I'm gonna get past that. I'm gonna bring you on the screen. Here we go. All right. So, Jam Jones say when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Speaking of which, when so when you know you're ready to move on to another relationship.
Ain't that like a movie or
Healing
something?
process. So what?
No, go
Healing
ahead. I said, ain't
process
that like a movie?
varies from person to person. Says Fred Wright. CK Nichols says it's time to move on when it's hindering you from being happy and progressing in life. Corey said I would agree. I think that's what you said. It's hard for me to move on when issues are unresolved and they think I'm supposed to sweep it on the rug and we be cool. I would say that's more of what you want them to get from you. You know what I'm saying? What you want from them emotionally, right? Like that's more of an emotional response you want them to pay or you want them to feel sorry or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? People aren't always gonna do that.
So this question is really twofold. How do you know when you're ready to move on? Like how do you know when you're ready to exit one relationship? And then
Yeah,
how do you
you
know
ain't
when
gonna
you're
always get
ready to
closure.
enter another?
That's just what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is. It is. Cause you
You're not gonna always get closure.
you're close, you're already done with one, right? So it's your last relationship. So you're not in that relationship, right? But
Hmm.
are you ready for your next one?
Hmm.
Is the key, you know? Let's keep it moving. She says, Jen's responding, that's true, but we're not always going to get closure we're looking for. And that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Um, um, True, but
You
when that
know,
person still has to be around, something needs resolution. Not necessarily. You can just leave it where it is. You can just table that. You know what I'm saying? Leave that for another time. Just go on and compartmentalize that, put that over to the side because there's bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? Especially like kids involved and stuff like that. Like, ain't even no need to go down that road. You know. Um, let's see. That's why I only took Jam says that's why I only took within and put the work in to heal myself. Because waiting for answers, closures, apologies, etc. is like self-sabotaging. And that's what I'm alluding to. Like you can't wait on nobody to give you the response you want them to have. Like that ain't gonna happen.
yeah,
Yeah, that ain't gonna
right.
happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what's best for you.
move,
Um,
yeah, sweep it on the rug, move on.
yeah.
You gotta learn.
And
That's when you reach that next level of forgiveness, when you can forgive them without them even asking for it. Because I think it's still
mm,
necessary to offer so you can move forward.
Mm.
true. Mikalia says when I disconnect, it doesn't have to be a negative way. True.
Mhm.
Um, Jasmine says, well said. Jamie says, pre-marriage, I think you know it's time to move on when your goals and wants out of life don't align slash no longer align. But I think in this instance, we were talking about you're already done with a relationship and we're looking to move
Mhm.
Hmm.
forward. And it's more so I think like you don't want to bring the damage of you that you've had to the next relationship. And you don't want the next person to have to deal with it. Because that person don't deserve, right?
Right,
They didn't do nothing to you.
right.
Um, Autumn says, I also say I'm not trying to be killed over rejection. They're aggressive out here. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Autumn also says, give them a fake number. And sometimes I call people when I get a weird feeling and pretend I'm on the phone. They crazy out here. Well, Autumn, you're a tiny person, so we understand. You know, you like 3 feet one. You know, we gotta protect you out here.
Hey, don't do autumn. Us 4'11" quick. We strong out here. Don't do us.
Oh,
That's my dog. That's my twin.
I
You know
got
what I'm
my
saying?
380 for y'all. like, like,
All right, all right. Any final thing, more thoughts on that? We're gonna move on to the next one.
y'all help.
Let's
No.
see. One sec, Camilla. Camilla says she wants to come up. We have the link. Give me one sec. I'll give you the link where you can come on.
You want me to send it?
I'll shoot it to her. Hang on one second, and I'll put
But
up
yeah,
the
y'all
next
definitely gave me clarity.
topic while I'm doing that.
I appreciate y'all.
It's always here to hear different perspectives. Um, all right, guys, just got a comment. Rosemary says you should be ready to for a new, or I guess ready for a new relationship when you took the time to heal yourself and from your last relationship. I think she meant. Don't bring baggage or insecurities from that relationship into a new one. That's true. And that's what I just said. Like, you can't do that. It's not fair to yourself. It's not fair to that person, and it's not fair to what you're trying to accomplish. You know.
Hmm.
But moving on. How long should people date before making it official? Like y'all been, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all been talking on the, y'all been, DMing and you know what I'm saying? Y'all been goddamn hollering back for y'all might even took a trip. You know what I mean? Y'all got them on the phone all the time. So how long before you say, hey, what going on? What we finna do, Sean? You know what I'm saying? How long before you be like, hey, let's go and
So the
lock in?
trip ain't going together? We ain't together on the trip. We just
No,
kicking it.
no, not all the time. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
all the
You
time.
didn't ever heard of a cruise
Damn.
bay? You ain't never heard of the cruise bay?
Ah,
Come on.
baby, I'm old school. I'm like, we taking trips and we ain't together? That's weird. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Right.
what you talking
Bring me
about?
into the
It's
future. I'm
it's
good.
just it's just another date. You just had a date abroad. That's all.
A date.
Uh,
If I'm on a trip and we let
that
my
part.
hair
Ain't
down and we experiencing balcony experiences,
right.
baby, we
That
go
part.
together. I don't know. School me, y'all.
We go
Oh, y'all
together.
go together.
Real bad. Real
Uh,
What?
nah, you collateral
yeah.
damage.
We go together real
Collateral
if
damage.
I'm
I ain't
taking
collateral damage.
I'm just
yeah,
messing.
Hey, if I take you on a
yeah,
trip
we go
though,
together real bad.
we something.
Yeah, we go together.
Y'all something.
Yeah, we stop.
Y'all
If
ain't
we take
nothing.
a
Y'all
trip
Yeah.
ain't
together
nothing.
and we
We
But
don't go
something.
together,
Shit.
what?
y'all could be just dating, exclusively or something.
Nah, we go together.
Man, you tripping.
Yeah.
So so to all the women or ladies who's gotten flown out,
So
what
the
does that
question is, how
mean?
long? Let's see,
Yeah,
how
like how
long
Yeah. How
long?
long?
How long before
you
we
date?
you date someone, y'all kicking it? Like how long before you say, all right, we together, like that my chick or that my dude?
Man, I don't think it's no time limit, man. You
Yeah,
know.
not a
Whatever you
time.
feel it, right?
Hey, look.
Yeah, whenever you feel it.
Hey, let me ask you
You
this.
know. Uh,
When the last time you asked
unresolved
somebody,
issues. Seeing some. Everybody different. So seeing somebody in
everybody,
different seasons in their life. Depends on what you're looking for. You looking for something temporary. You looking for something long term. You know. If it's something temporary, hey, we good. We together. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? We
Oh
together.
Lord,
I mean, word just
you
word.
man,
together
that
for
shit,
right now.
You know,
Yeah,
look for
that
long.
That
shit ain't
sounds
good
working.
toxic.
time, not a long time. Hey,
I was
somebody.
not
Yeah,
ready for that comment, but okay.
I'm here. Look, I'm just being a whole dude. I'm just telling you from Tuck say, general perspective, not my perspective, but a general perspective. You know,
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what I'm personally saying is like, y'all know I'm finna do the astrology. So we're in the age of Aquarius, which is connecting.
Man, we want to know
Baby, I
astrology.
took it for 2 years, so y'all finna get this work. Um, it's just like we're in an age of connecting with people, and so what I'm seeing is people connect, but it's not lasting. And so you connecting and then you writing people off on the minor little thing, whatever your rules are, you writing people off left and right. And it's like we're at our loneliest ever. How is it that technology is high? You got different avenues to connect, but the numbers show that we're at our loneliest and we need each other. When, for me, when I'm in a relationship, the business and shit be booming. When my personal life ain't together, baby, everything else is in shambles. And so it's like we connecting, and then you talking to somebody, you DMing. Sometimes it don't even go past the DM. Sometimes it'll go past the DM to the phone, but then the consistency is not there. So they fall off. And so how do you navigate it all? It's like we're more lonely now than we were before the technology. So what's going on?
Of course, technology. It's the gift and the curse. You know, everybody want to compete with everybody
You
and
can't
put
hear
it
you,
on
Coop.
social media. Okay,
I can hear.
hello, you
I
hear me
can
now?
hear.
There we go. We get
Oh,
you.
I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Oh,
It's just the technology. It's a gift and a curse with the technology. Everybody want to compete with everybody. Want to live with the Joneses. Since A1 doing this, I gotta do this to impress my girl, cause my girl looking at A1 doing this and all that type of shit. And
But I feel like it's giving a false sense of option.
it
Yeah,
I
is,
was
cause
I was just
like
about to say that
yeah,
it gives everybody a
it
false
is.
sense of availability and options because you think if I'm trying to talk to A1 and he ain't doing, I was, forget this because I can go over here and talk to Copeland because I can easily reach Copeland or now I can easily reach Tucker. I got access to all three of these men in the same way.
That's why I say it's a gift and a curse. It's a
But
gift and a
see, like
curse.
when women do that, they and don't understand the nature of men, they get they get they wind up in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand men and how men really operate and compartmentalize things and move, then you're gonna end up either in a situation you don't want, you don't like, or getting yourself hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I think that both work both ways. I think men also they think their
Oh
options are
yeah,
more
yeah,
available too. You
yeah,
have
yeah.
guys who are considering
Yeah,
themselves now that social media puts into play. They calling themselves top tier, and they think they deserve the top 3% of this type of woman. And it's like, what makes you qualified
I
now
don't know
girl,
why I
to
can't.
feel
T.
like you are
It's,
earning
it's,
of this, or
I can't hear. Why I can't
it's
hear them?
it's delusion on both sides.
so
right. To both
It is.
sides.
You know, ain't no
That is.
cap. It is.
it's all it becomes part of entertainment, and it makes it difficult to make a genuine
I
connection
can't.
because it's hard to determine who's being genuine. Like I'm coming fresh out of I was married for 16 years and then in
Okay.
another long relationship for 8. So being newly single, it's hard to know like what's it's like somebody said it's ratchet out here now. Like
Mm,
it is.
Chris,
It
pass the
is.
collection plate.
So now it's you got to weed through people, and like Tucker said, people men put compartmentalize different people when they women when they meet them. I
Hmm.
think honestly I feel like it's nothing wrong with that because I think women should practice it too. When you meet someone, you need to know, okay, this person is only good for
Oh,
this.
they do.
Person B is
They,
only
they
good for
say
that.
they save numbers in their phone under food and gas and hairdos. This is what
I
women
mean,
do.
I mean that might be true or not,
But
but
that's not new.
at least you
Yeah.
know who you could take serious or not. The whole point of it is to know, like, okay, does this person have potential or not? Do I see a potential future with this person, or are they temporary? And it goes
Yeah,
back
for
to
sure.
what your overall goal is. You know, do I want something right for right now, or I want something long lasting? So if I want
Yep.
something long lasting, then I'm only gonna entertain the people who I feel like I can see a future with.
So when you
And
say
that's
that saving numbers under food, when I met my ex-husband, he was food. Like seriously. Because he used to like to pull up and buy me food. And so it wasn't personal, but that didn't take him out of the category of me taking him serious. It's like, no, I
No,
was new.
that's different.
I was new in Texas, and so when I met him, he was new in Texas too. And so when we get together, we eat generally. But it's just like, we was together 10 years. Don't even take the titles and stuff personal because it's like you never know, but you have to be open to those experiences. And so me and him both had a common view when it comes to marriage. We both wanted marriage. And so even though we just get together and eat and then the date, like I said, from date one, baby, it turned into 10 years. You just have to have something in common with the person. You could be food and that's my love language. You know what I'm saying? So I love to cook. I cooked
but
and
no,
cooked.
it's right, but it's different. It's different though. I mean, catch you off, but like it's like I get the point you saying. It, true, but if a chick had a name, a dude name on it in their phone under food, that's different. We just, you know what I'm saying? Like we know what's going on.
Right.
That's the
Mhm.
transaction. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
not
Yep.
come
though.
on,
Yep.
come on.
Your food was like a landmark.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, oh, this how I
and
remember this
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
But
Sometimes you do name somebody
but
after the city.
what Tucker talking about, I'm talking to you and you got food and you got Capital One in your phone and they call your ass at 10 o'clock at
yeah,
night.
Mm.
yeah. Like this nigga name's Cash App in your phone when he call. Like
Uh-uh.
nah, yeah, like you know what I'm
My cash app is I was just like,
saying?
So
You know
you
what
got
I'm
a
It
couple
sounds like
dollar
y'all
signs
saying?
next
heard.
to your name.
hey Cammy.
What's up,
Hey,
Tammy? How you
it's
doing?
Candy.
Welcome to the
Candy.
show.
How are
What's
y'all?
up with it?
How are y'all?
Good,
Good,
good. Good
good.
to see you. Glad you can
We
join.
good.
Appreciate
Okay,
you. Glad
that's
you can join
when
the show.
somebody asks you a question, you need to respond. That's
Oh Lord.
common courtesy.
Well, look,
Hey, uh,
you got some.
don't get on here
Well,
with that
okay, I'm
shit.
about to say
Right. Kevin coming through starting trouble.
it's we good now. Don't do that.
So,
Go
that's
ahead, Kevin.
interesting. Huh?
I say, go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead. You got any thoughts on the
Okay, no, I
topic?
don't have nothing. I just want to say, hey, I don't have nothing to say right now. I don't have the words to chime in right now, so I'm just
What's your sign,
listening.
Cammy?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh
Okay, come
Lord.
through, Gemini. Okay.
Yes, the split personality is
Uh,
real.
yeah.
So you can see both sides at any time.
Well, you look
Okay.
beautiful, Cammy. Love your braids. So you don't have anything to speak on this topic.
Them
How long
braids
should a
So
crazy.
right
couple date
now,
before?
okay. So when they were saying like, it sounded like okay when they're saying having the man's name listed as Cash App and Capital One, it sounds like they experienced these things before. So it sounds like they're hurt, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. That's totally. I totally understand that. Totally get it because everybody has had their heart broken before or whatever. But what was the topic? Because I kind of forgot. Because I was trying. I'm typing.
Well, what we're
I'm doing a
talking
test.
about is
No, go ahead, Tuck.
yeah. So what we're talking about is how long should you date someone before getting an official, and
So
it
I
kind of
agree with
veered off
A1.
into a different discussion. That's
So I
timing.
agree with A1.
Go
There isn't any timing. I don't feel because there isn't. We're grown. We should know if something feels right or wrong, and if somebody serves us or does not serve us. So there's no time limit to that.
Right. Cause when
okay.
last time you asked somebody, you gonna be my girlfriend? You
Well,
feel
you
me?
should ask
You just
that. You
throwing
should
shit.
ask that because you don't know if she has a roster. You don't
Yeah.
know. So you should ask that. You should ask, do you want to be in a committed relationship? Yeah, that should be a question.
Now you
But
Well, yeah,
assume-
yeah. That part. But I'm just saying when you talking to someone, then you say, "You gonna be my girlfriend?" Yes or
Like
no?
I
he
mean,
just
but
make
you
yeah, like
you
you
can
don't,
say
you're not
that
gonna say
it's
that.
Right.
okay. So how you would
But when do you say
how
it?
would you
You
address?
just grow into
Okay, so in the beginning, if you know that is your focus to be in a relationship with somebody, you should state that, hey, I'm looking for marriage, I'm looking for a relationship, I'm looking for this. And if
right
they're not on the same page, then you should not be trying to move forward with them in any kind of way. You're
that
grown.
part.
Like,
True.
there is always somebody in this world that will fit your standards. There's always.
True.
So you don't have
True.
to try to lead somebody on to get what you want at that point in time or whatever the case may be. You don't have to do that because there's some woman that thinks that you're attractive enough or
Mm-hmm.
man that makes the type of money that you whatever you want in a person. There is people out there that are for you, but you have to get out there. You have to mingle. You can't keep going to the same clubs. You can't keep going to the same restaurant. Whatever. You have to get out there and go
Go
and
out
do
in the
different things.
daytime. Bosses do
That's
lunch,
another
do
thing.
painting, sips, and I tell people that because it's like
Right.
I like club dudes, but is my ex a club dude? No, and I love that because I gotta be the wild one. You can't. We both can't be doing the same thing, and so go to places that you don't normally go. Painting sips is where the ladies at, fellas. We need some fellas at the painting sip. Nobody's there. It's just the ladies.
But see, but see,
Man,
but
for
see, if
real.
women want men, then they need to go where the men at.
But women multiply,
And I
and so
do.
the man
I
goes to
do.
where
I go
the
to the
women are
football
at. We
games.
multiply.
It's
I
like
agree. I agree. But see, like we talking
Girl,
about
you
different
say
archetypes.
football
I go
game.
to the football games. I go to the soccer games. I go to the bars.
Man, look. We don't be paying y'all no attention to no damn
Right. I'm
games
like,
and
Game,
I ain't
shit.
going to
you
the
worry about
games.
the
Oh, you gonna
game.
see me. You gonna pay attention to me. Trust me. You gonna be like, who is that that just walked up in there? So don't play.
Somebody said add them back, Chris. Chris, oh,
All right, I'm
here.
gonna catch up on some comments.
Okay.
All right, so Autumn says, well, let's see. Rosemary says you should be ready for a new relationship when time. I think we read that one. Yep, that was the last one I read. Autumn says, if I'm feeling a person, they will know. Hence, the relationship. How long you know, how long you should be,
What?
dating a person. Jam says when they discuss the important things and both of y'all are ready for that commitment, it's really not a real timeline for it, in my opinion. I agree. I think it's more so of
Mm-hmm.
the level of connection, right? So that level of connection can happen in
Right.
for a few days. It can happen in 2 weeks. It can happen in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? It just depends um, on how open and honest everyone is. And I think if everyone shows up as themselves initially, like we can get a lot of bullshit out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Period.
And drop your guard.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, yeah, get
That's
all
true.
that bullshit. Like, yeah, stop all trying to be hard. Like, go on the scene. Let me see what's up. I'm gonna let you see what's up, and then we see we
Mm-hmm.
rock out. Where we align, we don't align. You know
And that's what I'm saying. Like people are in this phase of being artificial. You got to show up as yourself because you don't want to get into a relationship 6 months. Waste your time and then this motherfucker is just a whole different person 2 years from now. No, show up as yourself.
And that
what I mean?
also that also goes in hand with, are you ready to be in a
Hmm.
relationship? That too. A lot of folks, they moving around from relation to relationship, what they call them, a serial dater relationshipper. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They not
Yeah,
ready for a relationship. So they going around taunting and
situationship
and
after
uh
situationship.
yeah, you feel me? So so you'll never show up as your authentic self if you're not ready
Hmm.
for a relationship, because you can
That's
never be
true.
yourself because you're not ready to be yourself because you're still trying to fight through. You know what I'm saying? Finding out who you will. So you would
Hmm.
never be who you need to be for somebody in a relationship, but you're gonna still try, and you're gonna fuck the next person. You're gonna fuck up with the next person, and that person gonna be fucked up, and it's gonna be a cycle. So yeah, they
Hmm.
go
Gonna
hand
be
in
stuck
hand.
in it. Yep.
Yeah, that hand in hand. That's deep though.
All right. So Jamie says, oh, this shit's jumping around. All right. So Jamie says, practical me says 2 to 3 months. Pisces in me says 3 weeks.
Right. Oh, I'm with the Pisces. Baby, I ain't got 3 months to waste. I'm sorry.
And then 3 weeks later, you're gonna be right back talking about I
Wait,
pray
wait,
me for
wait,
the next one.
wait.
You know
God
what I'm
damn it,
saying?
this motherfucker.
Cycle
You know what I'm
Yeah.
begins.
saying? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Y'all have to
think we just
learn.
be at a
Y'all
time
have to learn how to be
we don't want our
friends.
Yeah.
time
Y'all have to
wasted.
learn
yeah,
how to be
man, for real.
friends
And you do
first.
have to be
For real.
friends.
Friends first, man. Because hey, in case it don't go, you can be friends,
You
man.
know?
Well, I ain't gonna say that,
Maybe
but I'm gonna
Why
we
create
have
say
to be
enemies?
friends.
I was gonna say
That's
I
just
don't want to be your
Why
friend.
create
I ain't trying to
enemies?
be your friend. But what I'm saying is like me and my ex-husband, we play games and shit. Like you got to cultivate it. You got to get to know that person.
You got a date.
Yeah.
You got a
And
date.
we smoke we play Monopoly, all that stuff. You gotta be able to hang. Cause if you don't have that, then
And, one important thing is too when you're dealing with another person, you can't bring in what you used to do with somebody else and try to coincide
you
that
keep
shit.
saying it's
Compromise. You have to
Compromise.
true.
compromise. That's the
So
big
I'm gonna
key,
have to
man. You
watch
have to
football.
compromise.
Yes, you're gonna have to
Or
go
be
and
quiet
but you
Baby.
don't have to do
while he
that.
watch
There
football.
is some
Hey,
qualified
hey,
men that
be
go like
quiet
you can
though.
take soccer
Just be
games,
quiet.
soccer
Make sure
lessons.
make sure the drink cold. Make
See,
sure the
that's why I
food
ain't
stay
coming.
floating.
Why I gotta be quiet? Mm-mm.
Just be
So
Uh,
quiet.
like I said,
Don't be
like I
asking what
said,
why this and why that, why you doing
I
this
don't
and
know
why
what's going
that.
on. Why I'm gonna sit there
if
and not
you
ask questions? That's
hold
crazy.
on, hold on.
Ask
Let me
if
ask
say
you be
ask
something.
him after
quiet
the
enough
football
and
game
watch,
over with.
you just observe, I promise you the answer.
You'll
You
learn.
get all the answers to your
I
question.
like words.
No, let me
Stick
let me say
You
something.
get all the answers to
Just
You
your
do not have to be quiet. If he
just
is
keep the nigga
interested
full.
enough in you, he will explain the game to you. I
you,
know
girl.
nothing about
question. Yeah,
baseball.
Boom.
Nothing about baseball. And I was telling him, I don't understand none of this, but I'm gonna watch it because you watching
I
it.
can't hear her
But
My
talking.
granddaddy
he
loved
explained.
baseball. My
He
granddaddy loved him
explained
baseball.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So don't listen to them
Right.
because if he's
I'm like,
into
what?
you, he's going to explain.
Why would
This is
y'all
what
have a
this
female
means.
sitting there and she can't ask no questions?
Who
This
told
is
her
the
to do that?
Exactly.
No,
disconnect.
you
Hold
can
on.
ask, but we don't want you to ask the whole goddamn game.
If we don't
See,
know the game,
Copeland agrees with me. He
right.
agrees with
Don't
what I said.
interrupt.
Not the whole
Know
game,
when
but
to
he'll
ask the
explain.
question.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah,
So y'all agree
Yeah,
with
like
what I
know
just
when to
said.
ask the question.
Okay.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't.
oh
Not
Lord.
every
You said
moment,
you like
but
to cook. Go in the
tell
kitchen and
him,
cook. Go in
Uh
there
tell
and
him
cook.
if
That's
you
it.
don't understand.
come
You
on.
can't ask
I
a
can't ask no
question. Hold on
Hey,
a minute. You can't ask a question
look,
mid play.
no more.
right. Is that action time
Or
out?
commercial.
Listen, fellas, if
Yeah.
you're into sports,
Commercial.
we probably won't work. I got questions.
There's plenty
And
of
if
commercials. Act during commercial time.
Well, you just
mm-mm,
got another action one action.
Hold
mm-mm,
on.
That's
They
it.
just gave you the answer. You
what you
can
say?
ask questions. They're telling you when. At first, it went from don't be talking through the whole game to where, oh, ask this time because that makes sense.
Okay, let's try this.
That makes sense to answer
See, she don't want to compromise.
It
Oh
ain't
yeah.
about
See, she don't want
compromise.
to
It's like
Oh,
so.
it is about compromising.
What I'm saying with
everything is
me.
about a compromise.
Well, I'm just saying with me. I don't know sports, so I got to ask questions. And then when you attach a whole bunch of rules, like I only can ask in these periods, I'm
So,
just gonna go and
so
get on
hold
the
on.
damn
That's
forex
not the guy
chart,
for you. Just
girl.
know that that's
Cause
not
see
the
Nina,
guy for you if you don't want to
Yeah,
explain it.
cause see
say that.
Nina, this is what's gonna happen. This is
well,
why
go
we
What?
gotta
read.
restrict it.
You
Cause this
like
is what's gonna
reading?
happen.
Go
This
read.
is what's gonna happen.
Right. I need a reason to go
Right,
read. You right.
right.
Yeah.
And then you
Find
gonna
something else
ask
that I
a
like to do.
question. You're gonna ask a question, and then we're gonna explain the question, and then they're gonna lead to another question. Because when we explain to you about that question, you don't understand that part either. So we got to
Okay,
stay
But
in that
but
look,
part of the
I might
question,
as well
babe,
go in my
and then the next
though. While I'm sitting
part of the
here.
question too. By that
So,
time, the timeout over with. We in the game, and now it's 33, and we need to figure out what's going on in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm saying. Can we
okay,
watch the
look,
game? Then
I'm
That's
gonna
I
be
not
tell you
the
that
devil's
later
guy
on.
if he
advocate.
won't explain it.
I'm gonna
If
be
he
devil's
won't
advocate
explain
and
it,
say, if you explain it correctly the first time, you're gonna
hmm
have a follow up question.
right.
But
I
I'm
just
just
know
No,
me
saying,
personally.
if you ask
I'm
the
not
question,
just.
I'm gonna ask the question
no,
you
that's
ask.
a lie. That's a lie, Crystal. The
Yeah, I
motherfucker say,
know.
"What's the
We know
first
it's a
time
lie.
you get 10 yards?" Well, how you get 10 yards? You got to count them little
And you're
markers
right.
right there. Each one of them.
You, you
Shit.
know
I
when you
don't
spin
know.
around back
I'm
to
like,
back.
baby,
You
I could be
know it.
doing
You know
a
it.
podcast
Hey
or something.
y'all.
Nah,
You know it.
nah.
Hey,
Hey,
so I don't
Marcy.
Hey, so I don't know anything about football, right? And
Hmm.
but I was
Oh,
dating some, or I've been talking to somebody, and I told them I was like, "Hey, I don't know anything about football or whatever. I don't ask questions during the break, during the game. I take note of what is being done, and then I ask questions after the game. But also, what he does is if we're watching the game and something is going on, he'll say, "So this is X, Y, and Z." He explains
There we
as the
go.
game
See, there
is
we
going
go.
on. So if some, it just, I guess it just depends on the
It
person if
depends if
you're
the person is
dating.
a teacher or not. Is he a teacher?
Yeah, girl, say that. Pass the
Say
collection
that.
plate.
No,
He
Say
could be
Hey,
a
that.
teacher.
He's
Marcy.
a
You
he's a
know,
coach. He's a
is he a
coach.
teacher? Like
Hey,
I'm saying, like that
Marcy.
right,
matters.
Hey,
That
right.
matters.
But we'll teach.
Because
We
how
don't
you gonna
mind
explain?
teaching, but we just saying
Teaching is different.
asking the whole
But
game.
how you not gonna explain something,
Like
but you can explain to your
bombarding
children
me
if
with
you have them.
questions.
What you say?
So what I'm saying is, why is it that you can't explain something to me, and you know that you would have to explain it to your kids because they want to watch the same thing that you watching or whatever the
And
game. So
and we
consider
and we
me.
gonna tell you the same. I'm telling kids the same thing. I'm telling you,
Oh shit.
hey, ask on time, man. I'm explaining everything. Hey, I coach football. Come on out here and come play football with me.
Come on.
and it's over a period of time.
Yeah.
Now,
You ain't gonna learn everything in one setting.
You know what I'm saying? You're
I
not.
just feel like for me, and I'm
You're
gonna
not.
say for me, Sag, we just want to do us. So if you busy,
Yep.
we gonna be busy.
Toxic.
I'm not trying to
So
be.
it's time
No,
shit
I'm
again,
gonna do what I'm
man. They
doing.
ain't got look,
You said
well,
what?
take your ass in the room
nigga.
and go read a book.
Thank
Nigga, when
you,
it's
You
thank
busy.
time.
you.
You ain't got to
That's
sit there and
all
watch
I
no
want.
damn game with me.
For
Thank
real.
you.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
don't
you
want to be
done
in
watching.
game jail. I can't ask questions. You got to ask on the commercials. You
Man,
don't get no
look.
water. You don't get no conversation.
Most
Like
look.
no.
No.
Most niggas don't want most niggas don't want no females around them watching football anyway.
Thank you.
That
Go to the
part.
sports bar,
Uh,
please.
nah, we can stay at the high. You
Yeah.
like
Just
to
at
cook, so
the
just cook. Just
We
cook.
want
Just keep the
Oh,
food
I'm
and
gonna
drink
have the
coming.
yeah, the
crock
men to
pot.
be over here, the women to be
Oh
over there.
I'm
Lord.
gonna have the crock pot going with the
Crock pot.
rotel, nachos,
With
little
the
wings.
rotel, that's
nacho.
why it's a crock pot. I know where she
Crock
was
pot.
going with that.
Right.
I know where she was going
Yeah,
with
like
that.
That
you
should
know your
take too
little
I
long.
chips
know where
dip.
you were going.
Nigga, we
That
don't
take
Thank
want
too
no
you.
long.
nachos and shit.
Right. We want a
During the
baby,
meal.
these
game.
men want
What
steak and
you mean? What
potatoes.
you
We
mean
want a
Okay,
during
meal.
game
Man,
day?
what the hell you talking about, Nina? We
they
It's
want
don't
some
want
game.
food.
steak and potatoes. They
They
want
want they
smothered
want baked
chicken,
potatoes
candy
and smothered
yam,
Well, I
chicken.
cook
dirty
that on
Okay.
a
rice.
regular. Anybody that done been with me, if you know, I cook on a regular, so you'll get
Well,
tired of eating that shit all the time.
well,
So
we
I
don't
do
we
like
don't want no
nachos.
goddamn nachos. We can go to the game for nachos.
Not
So what you
mine.
Right.
eat
Hot
during game
I'm
dog.
day?
like not mine. You can say that, but mine is special. So
Man, hey,
Anyways,
mm,
Everybody think
what's
they
game day
nacho
food?
hen.
I'm gonna bring you
what's game
some
day
to.
food?
No, I want to
Food?
hear from a man's point of view because he didn't say nachos is not a game day food.
Don't want no
Right.
It's
So
damn
what
not.
you eating?
nachos. It's Sunday. We
The
want some
food is
real Sunday
food. We
food.
want a Sunday meal.
Not in the
Sunday
house.
meal.
We cook
Yeah.
Sunday meals, but
We
I'm
at the
saying if the
house.
game is on a Saturday, you don't want to eat
What?
nachos
So
and
most of
wings.
the time, don't y'all have multiple people that y'all done invited over?
Look,
So
hold
I
on.
still can
I
make
got you.
steak for everybody.
Look, I got you.
Well.
Right.
That's
I
different.
got you. Hold on.
Right.
I
That's
Say
got you.
that,
I
different.
got you.
girl.
I got
Hmm.
you.
Now, if we have company, now I can understand the nachos.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Hold on.
make that
Yeah,
make sense.
Hold
yeah.
on.
Make
All
that
right.
make sense.
Look, I disagree. I disagree. Feed them niggas some nachos. Feed me a
Okay,
goddamn meal.
okay, because yeah, you my
No,
man, so
no,
yeah, I
we
see what
gotta
you're
feed
talking about.
everybody
Yeah.
the
Okay,
same.
I
We
can
can't
see
just
it.
be
I
doing
can see
that. That's
Yeah.
weird. No,
No, it ain't.
it.
to me it
Yeah, so
is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
it's not
feed
weird.
separate
You're just trying
meals.
to
I
show
just cook
off.
a bigger meal.
It ain't. Nah, I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but yeah, it
No,
ain't
speak it
weird.
out.
It ain't weird. I mean, it ain't weird. They ain't in the bedroom with you.
I
I ain't
about
Yeah,
to
shit
say
that's
we
weird
what I
not
about
That's
said.
we
that.
It's
we
not
never
fine.
weird
invited
when
I ain't
me
it's
to
shit
your
be
weird
in the
man.
about that.
castle.
Nah,
He
I'm
is
just gonna
supposed to be treated
if
different.
my man is having lamb chops, I'm gonna cook all lamb chops.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
not
I'm
gonna
sorry.
have them eat nachos, and I'm
Man,
just
them,
not fun like that. But it's to
Because
each
I
his
feel
own.
like a slave then. I feel
look,
like a slave when I cook for
I,
everybody.
I promise they'll be okay with some nachos.
Baby, I'm gonna put all them damn lambs in a cast iron skillet. Everybody gonna eat lamb. Like I wouldn't separate the meal. It's like
Nah,
it's separation.
just being extra, just being extra.
But yeah, I will feed the brothers because they are protectors. And so if you got a crowd coming, that's fine. It depends on the guy. we eat nachos. I'm like, if you don't like it, I'll cook a meal. It's fine. I cook,
Huh?
and I
What?
go online.
He better eat what hell over there. If he don't like it,
Yeah,
For
he
that's
better
real.
what
bring his
I'm saying.
own food.
For real.
What you mean? You
No,
ain't
Man,
I'm
catering
just
people know
saying
what
you
it.
they
ain't
want
catering
to
no
eat.
other
The
nigga but
fuck?
the nigga that you with.
So y'all wouldn't want the nachos at all. So the
No,
nachos is
no,
out.
no. We not saying we wouldn't
Yeah,
want it.
All
we
right,
not saying that.
Okay.
got it right here.
No, you just saying what you'll cook on say on the game day. We
Which is
just
Sunday.
we
I
just
also
saying
want
we
to put
don't
a
have to have
disclaimer.
nachos.
FYI, I am very well versed in football. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Pop your junk, girl.
What
Thank you
shit
very
you
much.
cooking?
I still don't want you to watch it.
Why not?
Go in the room.
Who the
No, I'm
hell
just
let
messing.
A1
That's
on
just
this?
like you
Child,
Let
being
A1
A1
is
on
putting you in
here.
the room. He
A1
doing.
lying. He lying. Don't pay no
He
mind
said
to
he
He's
not
A1
trolling.
lying.
available
Crystal, quit
right
being
now.
combative. Quit being combative.
I just
Hey,
learned
hey,
that
you already
he
know combative.
lies. He
Yeah.
lies.
She's
Don't be
stop
combative.
being combative. Stop being
He
combative.
lies.
Can't hear.
Well, we not taking you pushing your beard
All
around.
right.
You can't just be around her doing what you want to do.
Nah, like I'm doing me.
Why she got to be in the room? What's in the
I
room?
know because that
Nah, I'm
sounds.
out because she like football, so she be going. You only be hanging out with my partners.
Oh,
Well,
What's
okay,
up,
then
I
that's
get
nigga?
it.
when you make it a couple thing, so it's not all guys.
It's certain things
No,
that
no.
you make a couple
Honestly,
things.
I
Yeah,
don't want to hang out with your partners either.
yeah,
So
that's good. That's good. Nah,
Because why do you have? Mm,
I hate
that's
that.
interesting.
Well, me personally, we hang out with couples in
right,
my
right,
last
right, right,
situation,
right.
and so we got
mhm,
our couple. We hang out.
Yeah,
We have a good ass time.
right.
mhm.
When you married, you hang out with couples. If you're
I
not, you
agree.
Yes.
might. Yeah, it's
I
like
That's true.
agree.
yeah. I
I agree.
we
I was just talking shit.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, but when you're
Yeah.
single, it's different. It might because we have ladies' nights too, and so it might be just the ladies, and then no guys, or all guys and no girls. So I
Right.
get
Right.
both.
So hold on. So you want to intrigue on our football night, but then y'all want to have a lady. See that? See that?
Hell yeah. Get
What
y'all
the?
ass on. What you here
I don't
for?
even play
Yeah, why y'all
y'all.
need to be in women's
So,
conversation?
yeah, let's look. Let's play this clip. Go to
I'm about to say, what you putting a commercial on?
Hold on.
Right,
mm-mm,
for real.
Go
everybody mute
ahead.
your
I like
microphone.
watching
Yeah, I keep
things.
it
I
Oh,
on.
think
mute your
it's
phone.
fun.
Yeah, mute your microphone. We're gonna hear the clip and then speak on it.
Let me cue it
You
up
so
real quick.
demanding.
One sec. Hey, let me know if y'all can hear it too.
Loud and clear.
No, I'm saying hear the clip. So it's moving kind of slow. So you know, say, all right, I'm gonna move us up here. Yeah, like that.
Bro, what you got dial up internet?
So
Hey,
what?
one, mute your microphone real quick.
Yeah, I did.
Man, slow motion.
Dusty Bones believe that women
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
should dwell in their divine feminine regardless of the situation. But if a man is feminine, a woman cannot dwell in her femininity. She's going to become masculine because she's going to have.
I can't hear it anymore.
Can't hear it, Tuck.
So we can't hear. Look at his facial expression. So ask. It's like we can't hear.
I don't think he can hear us either.
Right. Nick,
Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it?
we ain't reading the comments. We can hear.
No, we
We can.
can't.
Right.
We can't.
That's what I was asking y'all. So my bad.
We could
Well,
hear
we
it at
could hear it
first,
first.
but it stopped.
That's because I muted myself. So y'all was catching feedback. So if y'all want to catch for cool, I'll run it back one more time. I don't want
Okay.
to hear this nigga no more, but I'll run it back one more time.
Dusty
Oh,
Bonds
we can see
believe
on
that a
your face
woman
that you was mad.
is divine feminine regardless of the situation. But if a man is feminine, a woman cannot dwell in her femininity. She's going to become masculine because she's going to have to provide. She's going to have to protect because she no longer can trust this man to lead. When a man dwells in his divine masculinity, this woman becomes soft. She starts to glow. She starts to smile with her eyes. She just starts to become heaven on earth. A man has to understand that a woman is a divine reflector and she will reflect who you are, not who you want to be, but who you are. So if a woman is acting out of her character, if a woman is yelling and screaming, if a woman is demanding, you have to look in the mirror and check yourself. A woman's also a divine nurturer. She will nurture whatever you put on her. If it's financial, if it's mental, if it's spiritual, if you give her the devil, she's gonna give you hell. But if you give her peace, she's gonna give you heaven. A man has to understand who a woman is, and first he has to understand who he is. You cannot demand a woman to be feminine when you're not masculine. It doesn't make sense. And a woman cannot dwell in her divine femininity if a man's dwelling in his divine femininity. A man must dwell in his divine masculine. So I can feed your energy, you can feed mine. You nurture, I protect. I lead, I guide.
That
I'm
nigga
here
here,
to
bro.
elevate this woman on each and every level because that's what divine masculine men do. We don't lead by force. We lead by kindness and calmness. All praises due. All praises due.
Let me. I can't take no more. I can't.
Yeah,
Oh
that nigga, he
Lord.
kind of goofy to
Okay.
me. That was kind
Okay,
of
Okay.
Why
goofy.
y'all so
Let's talk
mad at
about
that
it. Let's
man?
talk about
Cause he
it.
goofy.
Why he
I mean, y'all
goofy?
y'all like it
Tell
cause
me why he goofy.
Let's talk about it.
oh, he very
Girl.
goofy.
Yeah,
He
I want to
very
know
goofy.
why he's
please.
goofy.
I'm gonna tell you why he goofy. Because if a woman gonna be feminine, she's gonna be feminine. It don't matter what type of nigga she come across, she's gonna be herself, regardless.
That's okay.
Regardless,
Can I
huh?
speak on that? Can I comment on respond to you on that comment
Go
of
ahead,
Hmm.
mine?
go ahead, compatible.
You go first.
Go ahead, combative. That's what you said.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask just because you said go ahead, combative. Me wanting to ask a question. You see how you consider that to be combative?
You know, I'm just playing. Be quiet. You know why I always do
No,
that.
because
You
it's
know
some
I always do
underlying
that. Go ahead,
truth
finish your
there.
story though.
It's some underlying truth that's there. So when we even in the joking, we like it's joking. And I know A1 is playing right now. I'm giving him a hard
Yeah.
time. But
Oh.
even with that, excuse me, even with that, like yes, it's true. Most women are going. We have it's in us to be feminine women, but I would also say that feminine and masculine is not it's not gender based. That's why some men could be feminine and
Say that
masculine,
again,
and
girl.
some women could also be masculine and feminine.
Mm-hmm.
The only time it aligns correctly is if everybody is in there is playing their role accordingly.
We
Now,
both have
when
both.
women when
Right.
for women to be able to be feminine to a man, he does have to be present himself as a masculine man. Being masculine has nothing to do with being a man. It is about leading and protecting and things like that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when you go into leadership, it also goes under his leadership skills, his methods of teaching and things like that. Have you ever worked for a boss? He's your boss, but he was just a horrible leader.
Mm-hmm.
You respect him because of his title, not because of his ability to lead. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
difference in that. So it works
Mm-hmm.
in a similar comparison when you think about relationships. So if a man is leading, like what he said, leads with kindness and direction and things like that, lead from a place of love, a woman is gonna naturally follow under him. She has no reason to be nothing else but her
Period.
divine feminine self.
Woo.
So I do agree with what he was saying. I know a lot of men they don't like to hear that because they feel like he's male bashing and things of that nature, but he actually makes a lot of sense. Women don't
He does, and
desire
I
to
agree
be
with your
combative.
response.
Women don't desire to be masculine. No woman wants to be a masculine woman.
Period. It's tiring. So why
I'm
would you want to
sorry.
be that?
Yeah,
Y'all have
why choose
to wear a lot
masculine?
on
Then
your
why choose
shoulders.
situation? Then why choose situations where you're being
Well,
masculine?
you gotta be masculine.
Why
So
choose
we
what
don't
Right.
choose to
situation?
Then
be
why
single
choose
Right.
mothers.
situations?
I'm like, what?
Come on, man.
I don't
Man,
think it's
I'm a
okay.
but
single
So
mother and I
I'm
was married 10 years. That's not nothing I chose. That's why it took so
so
That's
long to
what I'm
start that
saying. We don't
dating.
choose to be single moms.
Um, right.
wait. Why does being a single mom mean that that's masculine? I'm
So a
sorry.
lot
Because
of
you're
time it makes
Why
us
was that the
become more
example?
masculine
because we're
because
in
we
our
have to be
protective
that.
mode.
Exactly. We have to be a protector. We have to be a provider. We have to make sure that our kids is safe, and we are in basically fight or flight mode all the time. We
That's
don't
just
have
being a
that
nurturer. That's just
That is
called being a
correct.
parent.
That's correct. That's correct. And also, do y'all know how to shut it off whenever you meet an alpha male? No, y'all don't. That's what
No,
combativeness
we
come
don't
in.
because we don't have men
Hold
that
on. I
step
got you. I
up.
got you. I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it though. I got you. See, I was talking. You just cut me off. See, that's a masculine trait. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to cut it off sometimes. Just a lot of women nowadays, they're bosses. They are big dogs in their job, in their workplace. They VPs, they're CEOs and stuff. Do they know how to cut it off when they come home? Just because you're a big dog at your job, just because you're a big dog around your family, when you meet an alpha dog, when you meet an alpha male, do you know how to cut it off? Most women do not know how to cut it off. So
That's true.
you would never be able in a situation where you will be able to cut it off so you can meet an alpha male and be like, this guy's an alpha male. Now I'm gonna let him lead because your whole life, because your DNA, your whole life, the traumas and the situation that you've been through has caused you to
It's not
be a
practice.
alpha female that you call it, alpha female, your job, you know what I'm saying? You because you are the boss at your job, you are a single mom. That's what he's saying about that. There's no knock. But that's what he's saying. Your whole life that you know what I'm saying that you've been on, you have to be a single mom, so you're an alpha in that situation. So when you meet another alpha guy, you're clash. Two alpha males, two alpha personalities is always gonna clash.
So
It's
let
gonna
me
be
chime in.
it got to
I'm
be
gonna
one point.
agree.
It's going to be one point where somebody got to cut it off. And what you're saying is you're going to allow a man
Cut it
that
out.
been treating you like a man that has treated you wrong, that has treated you wrong. Basically, I'm saying a man that caused you to be single and raise your child alone. You're going to meet another alpha man, right? You meet another alpha man. You think you're just going to shut that shit off? No, you're
So it
not.
will take a
Well,
So
process. Now,
it's gonna take a process. But
hold on,
another
hold on,
alpha,
hold
hold on,
on,
hold on, hold
hold
on,
on.
hold on. I got you. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna shut up. Another alpha male is not gonna allow an alpha female to sit there and be. It's gonna be a process. He gonna cut that shit off early because.
Okay,
But
so
hold on.
for
I
mm,
got you. I
me,
got you. I got you. Because
no,
it's
I
it
a,
don't
hold
believe
on.
that.
bringing.
Finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm finished. I'm almost done. Because it's a lot of women out there that's already ready to submit. So why do I have to try to break
Where
like a
they at?
wild? Hold on.
You got one
You
over
see what I'm
there?
saying? Hold on. You see what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. You ain't got
Uh,
nothing over there. We can't just you can't just say that out there. You throwing out
huh?
there
Hey,
a
don't make it
narrative.
personal. Don't make it personal. Don't
No,
make it
it's
personal.
not
We speaking in
personal.
I'm
general.
speaking
But
in
He's
the
saying
general.
people
he's
No,
that
saying
say
he's
this
saying
generally
hold
don't be
on. I'm
having
speaking in
nobody over
general.
there doing all that. And so
No,
you have to
no,
speak from
I'm,
experience.
I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking
I'm
in
gonna
general,
speak
and
on
I'm
it
speaking
then.
from experience. But look, if you know me, I'm always gonna speak from general perspective.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't much agree with it, but I'm gonna speak in a general sense. I'm gonna speak in a general sense. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so like I was saying, it's just like trying to break a Mustang, a wild horse. It's trying to break. You know how much you got to do to break a horse before that horse comes submissive to you. You know
Okay,
what I'm
let me
saying?
say
It's hard.
this.
So
Not all the time a woman is that as their wild Mustang. She is really looking because it is in our nature to be provided for. It is in our nature to be protected. If the man comes in and does what he is supposed to do, she automatically, in her nature, is going to submit. Automatically,
no,
it's in our DNA. That's the women that you've been around. Say that. Say
that's
that.
not true.
Don't say they're all women.
No, I never said all. I
All
would
right.
never say
Look,
Okay,
all
I'm
let me
gonna let
women.
speak. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I would never
So
say all women.
I'm gonna go with
go ahead, Nina. Nina, you go ahead and chime in.
okay.
And I'm,
So I'm gonna go with what
go ahead.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant said. It's just like
Oh, please.
you got to
Please.
acknowledge that different people have different capacities. I've
No,
met men that are very patient and nurturing. It's just I like a certain type of man. And so I don't generally go for that type, but there is a type for everybody. There's a man out there that's going to pour directly into your capacity. You just can't settle. And so I meet people that meet people on the first day and stay married 60 years to a stranger. They just get to know each other, keeping that shit fresh. And then I meet people, my cousin, he spent grands on his wedding and stayed married 6 months. It depends on you and that person's capacity, whether you're going to be the pourer or the person receiving. Everything is masculine and feminine. Men have masculine and feminine, Women have masculine and feminine. So you can't break it down. Then when you talk about breaking somebody, I'm not trying to be broke. I'm not out here trying to be broke. If you feel like you gotta break me down, I don't want to be around you. I want to be loved gently, softly, back of the neck kisses, forehead
It, it
kisses,
was it was it was it
gentle,
was a, it was
not
a, it,
breaking.
it was an analogy.
I
It was
know,
an
I know, I
analogy.
know. I'm just saying, because
It
some
was an
men do think
analogy.
like that.
All right,
No, yeah,
all right.
and they do, and that's where it go wrong at. But at the same time, though, this masculine and feminine shit, that shit, they y'all blew that shit all the way up. It's okay for a nigga to have
Thank
some
you,
type
bro.
of feminine type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Hmm.
not really feminine. Like example, having some fucking emotions, being sensitive. Oh, that nigga sassy, sassy. What? Because I got emotions? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Oh,
It's
that
a
nigga
safe
sassy.
place.
No,
You can be emotional. I'm
yeah, you
telling
know
you, it's
exactly.
okay.
I
It's
was
You
gonna
know,
say
okay.
women love
you know,
emotions.
right,
I
Yes, we
right.
love
want to
So
emotions.
see that you are
so
a
people
human
they
being.
but
Okay.
he ain't
We gonna have
masculine
that
because he a
discussion
little bit
again.
soft. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna have that
Uh,
discussion again.
Huh?
Women don't love emotions.
yes,
Right.
we do. Absolutely, we
Are
do.
you a
Women don't
woman,
want to
Tucker? You're
admit.
not a woman. You can't speak on our behalf.
And you
So
can't
say
We
and
the
like
yeah,
women
men
yeah,
that
with
Okay,
go
you
ahead.
emotion. We're
have
telling
dated
all
do
you
right.
not
we
like
like
I'm
men with
about
emotional
to.
men.
Right. Nigga
emotion.
don't want no. Oh man.
Tuck, you done
All right.
said it a
I'm
couple
gonna speak.
times. We telling you we
I'm gonna
do,
speak.
and
I'm
you
gonna
like,
speak.
nah, y'all don't.
So say the women that
So,
you have dated
speaking from the horse's
do not
mouth,
like
as a
that.
woman, we definitely appreciate men who are able to show
I'm gonna
emotions
speak on this.
Yes,
and be emotionally intelligent.
not act like a robot.
Exactly.
Those two
So
different
don't
things.
say
Those two
all
different
women.
things.
Just say the women
Those two.
you have
Those two
dated.
different things.
I
But
don't think
those
about
two
saying
different
all.
things though. Showing emotion to your woman is is different than being emotionally intelligent and know how to handle your emotions.
That's
So
not
those two
what you
different
said
things.
last
Now,
week.
that is what I
That's
said.
So
not
Y'all
what you
pointed
said
it out,
last
and
week. You said that
y'all
it was a
pointed it out, and I
correlation.
admitted it. Y'all pointed it out, and I said you're right. Those are two different things. Did I not say we got the tape? We got the play.
you
Now let
did.
me
It's
speak on
okay.
this shit. Let me, let me speak on this shit. First of all, home reduced a man to being a provider and only a protector, but it was and being able to just provide from a financial standpoint, which was his angle, which is on what I'm saying, based on his reaction, right? I'm reacting to what he said. I'm reacting to what y'all said. No, I'm not disagreeing with his sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a man should play a specific role. But I don't think that role should be diminished just because this man is not at a certain financial level. What I mean is there's still a lot of masculine men that don't make a lot of money to take care of a whole household. That the women need to work, right? Right? And we in 2025. So the women need to work. So in that case, he not a man, he not a masculine man. You telling me he ain't no masculine man? All the shit he do, other shit he do?
Right.
No, no. That one thing. Number two.
But he don't say that.
Huh?
He don't say that. He's interviewed guys and just broke down what he's saying. It's not financial.
Oh, he talks a lot about financial.
He
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
a
does.
but
lot of
that's
he
he
not
talk a
all
do.
he
lot
That's
about
talks
not
about.
financial.
financial.
Yeah,
I know this little nigga.
most of the things he
Yeah, I
talk
know
about is
this little nigga
financial.
content. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, most of the things he talk
I
about
know
is
this little nigga
financial.
content.
So to
Oh, a
answer
woman needs
Tucker's question,
$50,000.
because
You
he
can't give a
said
woman
that women need
$50,000.
to work, I don't think if you're living inside your means, it should be an option. I feel it should be an option for a woman
Yeah,
to
but
work.
most women don't ain't gonna what the dude, what y'all got 2 kids, he only make 48,000 a year. You
But it's
feel
still,
me? You,
mm, I don't know because
you
I've
feel
seen
me?
it
What you
happen.
going you know what I'm saying? You gonna want to do something. Hey, right. You gonna want to do something though. That's what I'm
It
saying. As a
happens.
woman. You
You
feel me? It
know it
happened
ain't.
like, but we ain't this ain't 30, 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And you
Right.
can't
I
raise that shit.
understand
You
and
know
I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with
You
you.
can't raise that out there. So when we and then so let me address another thing. When we talk about the masculine feminine, like what A1 said, like as far as being in these energies or whatever that new shit is, right? The masculine energy, mid feminine energy. Fuck all that. What I'm saying is when you're a man, you When you're a man, you can't not choose. There are consequences when you choose not to be in your masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. So like for instance, if a man isn't not in his masculine, he clash, he emotional and he get into an argument with another dude, there gonna be some consequences behind it. Like something might happen, something might pop off. But the two masculine men are actually at it. They understand that shit might pop off and they handle shit a different way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a difference. So like when we go, so then like so a man has immediate consequences when he don't have his frame, when he step outside of being where he need to be in that situation. Now for the woman, her consequences come in a different form. And when she not in residing her feminine all the time. And so when we talk about the results of that is you won't get a masculine man
Hmm.
because
Okay,
he's not
so
attracted to that.
no, it's not that we're not
Oh, he hit
That's
you with
attracted.
the
not what
okey
he's
Okay,
doke.
looking for.
Oh, he hit you with the okey doke.
Hmm.
it,
Hmm.
so
Y'all be cracking me up.
Hold on, hold on. So look, so hold on. Let me break. Hold
Hey,
on.
and
What he's
she
saying
talk.
is, if you're a woman and you're not being in your feminine state, you're not gonna get a masculine man. And if you're a
I
masculine
understand.
man, hold on.
Okay,
You're not gonna get. You're not gonna get a masculine man if you're in your feminine state, and and vice versa. If a man not being masculine, then you're not gonna get a feminine woman. It's all vice versa. That's what he's saying. Like it's consequence
no, I
behind this
agree
shit.
with what you're saying, but at the same time, it's not
You
that
know.
we don't want it. If you have been operating like you said in your masculine, so like a lot of men were raised by single moms. They don't know what it is to be masculine because they only saw their
We getting
mom
feedback. Y'all mute your
operating,
mics.
oh,
Keep
operating
talking, Nina. I'll
in her feminine. You never saw your dad express emotion or whatever. You don't know how to be a man. You don't know. So
Right.
like it's not that you don't want
So
a feminine woman. You don't know how to be masculine to attract that. I don't know how to be feminine. I mean, I do know.
I got you. I got you. Look, I got you. So if a lot of men been raised by a single mom, that in the mom can't teach them how to be masculine, or I mean masculine, right? So what do you think these women are being raised by? Single fucking moms as well. And being that she's a single mom, she got to be masculine, so she don't know how to be feminine.
That's
So
true.
They do
Hmm.
it's a cross
because
situation.
in my
My
No, it
mom
family,
was
don't.
always feminine. My mom was always feminine. She was still feminine.
Hold on. If you're being raised by a single parent, a mom, because that's most men. Why most men gotta be raised by a single mom, and that is making it. She
It's
can't teach you how to be.
everybody. We
But
all
that's what I'm
men.
saying. All right, right. So a single mom being feminine, that ain't gonna work. You gotta be as a single mom. You gotta be a masculine
My
person to
mama
make sure
provided and everything. It will work. It did
right,
work.
right,
She
right,
was
right.
feminine. When
So,
I
so
seen her with men, she was in her softness. She was cooking. She was being a wife. And
that
so
don't that
she had two long lasting
you can't
relationships.
hold on. You can't be a wife if you single.
okay,
Okay,
make
so with my stepdad,
I mean, come
let me
on, bro.
see. Let me clear it up.
like make
So
it make sense.
with my dad, she stayed married to my dad, but she did move on. And I did have a good ass stepdaddy. But at the end of the day, she still knew how to love on men. That's
Right.
the thing. You
So
have women
we
that
can't
don't know
have
how
no
to love on
stepmamas.
men,
We can't have
and
no.
then
I'm sorry. We can't have no stepdaddies neither, and they teach us how to
I
be
love
masculine. Or we can't
stepdaddies.
have like father figures in our life. We can't have father figures in our
So
I
life. Teach us
love
how
that's
to be
stepdad.
the
I
thing.
had
masculine.
a
You
wonderful
can
stepdad. His family was good to
What
me.
about
I had
uncle?
an awesome stepdad. I love stepdaddy.
you can
What about
I,
our
What about
uncles?
mentors?
father
What
uh,
figures.
about what about uncles?
I love them. What I'm saying is, you saying that the woman, if she's a single mom, she not feminine.
Hold
No,
on.
that's not true. My mama was very
Hold on.
feminine, but she still made sure
No,
everything was taken care of.
I'm
He
saying
not
this based
saying
off of
that.
her statement.
Female.
She said
Right.
that most
Mm-hmm.
men was raised by single moms, so
Mm-hmm.
they don't know how to be masculine. So I'm saying if most men was raised by a single mom, that means more than likely it's probably Most women was raised by single mom that caused the mom to be masculine in order to survive. That's only. Come on, bro. Come on.
I
I
don't
I mean,
know.
think
I
I think
Like
agree
I
with
it's
said,
some
I
you.
truth
just
to
I knew
what.
I was gonna be. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna chime in on that. So I think there is some truth to that,
Mm.
to a certain
A lot of
degree.
truth. That's why we got.
Um,
That's why we got a lot of masculine women around here.
I
it's
agree.
there is some truth. That's just unfortunate to having these broken homes. Like a
Right.
broken home,
Definitely.
yeah, it's a product of a broken home. That's just what it
Right.
is. Can't do nothing about it, but try to be different. So if you witnessed it or you didn't witness it, we can always try to grow and be better or do something different. Like when I got my divorce, I had to make a decision. I have 4 children, 3 boys, 1 girl. So when we got a divorce, we had a discussion, and my boys need to go live with my ex-husband. Why? Because not because I'm not a great mother or this and the third. Because I wanted my boys to be raised, or we wanted our boys to be raised by their father,
And I agree with that.
and not and do the best that we could in our situation. Not their fault that we split up, but we did what we thought was best. So we co-parent very well, but at the same time, they live under the roof of their father.
And I say that with my son. I
Yeah.
want him to go be with his father. He 10, finna be 11. He need to be over there
When
with that
boys,
testosterone.
when boys reach
Yeah.
a certain age, they should go stay with their dad because I can't teach you how to be a man. I will never be a man.
Right. So I had to, 'cause, I had to look at that and make that decision. As I didn't want to be raising my kid as my boys as a single mother or a divorced mother or whatever you want to call me. So I had to make that choice. But that was me trying to make that situation as right as I knew how to be. Because I
Hmm.
grew up in a 2 parent household. So I was like, I wanted to, at the very least, give my kids the same thing that
Say
I
that.
experienced.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can't do anything about people's situations. Only thing we can
Right.
do is try to strive to be better individuals, a
Hmm.
better woman, a better man, and try to love in the best way that we
So
can.
I will say this
Hmm.
to say that. So there's men on here. So if you do see a single mom that does have boys, you need to be a helping hand to her because you know what
Right.
this world
Yeah.
is, what consists of. You don't want certain things to happen to that little boy or whatever the case may be. Or if she has a young lady, if she has a young lady as well, and she does not have a dad, she still needs a father figure. So be mindful of that, men. Okay, y'all have a responsibility to protect us as women. Y'all want us to be more
I think
feminine. So when you see a
you
woman on the side of the road with a flat tire, be willing to help her. Don't be trying
And
to
I
run
want to
behind
say
our
this
you're
too.
butt.
talking to so
Let me speak on this real
you're
quick.
kind of lucky.
Hold
You
on,
kind of
A1.
lucky because oh my bad. I'm sorry. I just
I'm
want to say
sorry.
this. Yeah,
Go
oh, you
ahead. Go
kind of
ahead.
lucky. I think it's 3 guys on here, and we're all like football coaches. So,
Okay, I'm just
in other
saying.
words,
I'm
we're
just saying.
mentors.
I'm
Yeah.
just throwing it out there. Be a helping
Yeah.
hand.
I want to say this, just piggybacking off of you, Cammy. Um, too, as women, we need to learn to be softer so
High
that
five,
men will
girl.
want to help us,
High five, girl.
because we can be
Girl,
overly aggressive.
We can.
Let me be
We can,
sassy right quick.
Huh.
he's stupid.
High five, girl.
Because we can come across as overly aggressive and not
Hmm.
even be not people not want to help us because we are overly aggressive. And I really think it comes from, it's a defense mechanism. That's what it really is. But we got to learn to like recognize where it's coming from, and we can let our guard down and allow help and allow assistance and be able to just be more of a softer person.
I
And that
I
soft does not mean weak.
I'm gonna
Let
say
me say
this.
that.
I agree
I'm
with
gonna say
that.
this. I'm gonna give
Hmm.
y'all some game real quick. Some give y'all some life game for real. Like where and this is called the law of replacement. You can look it up. You can't invite some in your life, right? To where a space already occupies. So if you're in your masculine energy, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're in their masculine energy and you dwell in that place and that place you thrive in, that's cool. Like it's hard to get someone who's of that in that space because that space is already occupied. So what's going to happen is you're going to get the opposite, right? And so to have and it's women that out there that excel in their career that are good at what they do and are big bosses, but they go home to they husbands or they significant other and they know what's going. They know that dynamic, right? And they dwell in it, and they thrive in it, which then allows them to thrive in other areas. So just if you want something in your life, you have to make room for it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Putting out putting
I
all that
agree.
energy
Hey y'all, this
inside, you know what
Autumn.
I'm saying? Your workplace, cause you big time.
Hey,
Then you come
hey,
home and you don't give us no
Hey
energy.
y'all.
Hey,
Hey
Autumn.
y'all, this is Autumn.
what's up,
And
Autumn?
I
How
have
you doing?
something to say.
Hey,
So,
Autumn.
hey,
Go ahead.
what up? I'm gonna try to keep it nice and sweet. Okay. So being like I'm speaking from example for me. Um, I do believe in balance in your life. You know, for me, I go to work, I do a lot of things at work, and once I walk over the threshold of my home, I feel like I have to put an S on my chest. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
For many different reasons. So my whole thing is, if even as a single woman, when I walk over my threshold at home, all that's done. Unless it's like minor things that I need to do. But other than that, the world is off my shoulders when I walk home because I made this place my home. Now, if I'm dating and I know I have everything, every aspect in my life covered for me and my tribe, my uncles, men in my life that do certain things and keep me together, my friends, my family, things like that. So once I'm in a relationship and I still have to put the S on my chest to walk out the door, I'm still gonna be ready to take it off when I walk in the door. You know what I'm saying? So that does require a certain type of a man to be able to handle that. Do I want to have to put it back on when I'm at home? Not all the time. Sometimes, yes, because I may be strength where he's not, and he may be strength where I'm not. So
Right.
it's cool. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be doing all of that when I get home because I don't do it in my single world. So I'm damn sure not about to have to do it in my dating world. And I'm very clear on that when I am dating someone. Because I do hear men say, oh, the woman don't want to let it go. Everything that y'all just said. And I'm like, hello, wait up a minute. I'm trying to be
Right.
naked when I come home, baby. I ain't trying to wear no
Okay.
pants, no shorts, no skirts, none of that.
No
You know what I'm
bra.
I ain't wearing
saying?
no
No
pants.
No,
bra.
bro, no
Period.
nothing,
Okay.
baby.
No bra. Okay.
I'm a straight
Baby,
up
it's already
damsel in
coming off at the
distress.
red light. Okay? So it does take a certain type of man. Like I said, it's each its own, and everybody have their own boundaries and limits. And it's important that you learn your boundaries and your limits, especially during the time of you being single. So that way, when somebody do come up, you may like this person with or whatever, and it may not be what you really, really needed to be in this moment, and that's okay. Just ride the ride and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty everything else out there, as everybody keeps saying. Social media is accessible. There's so many options. There's so many everything. But I understand a lot of us are tired of going through that same thing or whatever. So just like Crystal said, yeah, sometimes we do have to learn how to soften up a little bit. But when you are soft and you letting this person know, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to accept you and whatever the case is, and they still don't listen, then that's when it's just time to move around. Because you know I can't be non-superwoman when I'm around you. And
And it ain't
that's
about
bad.
being soft or hard. It's about being open. Whoever's
Correct.
soft,
No,
whoever's hard, you got to be open to the experience.
And then
I think
you have to be able
I
to
think
trust
I
that
think what
person
Autumn
too.
is more alluding to. I think Autumn what Autumn is more alluding to is like being equally yoked and understanding the demands of each other. You
That's
know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
said.
Being on quote unquote the same level,
Yeah.
right? And so I think that's a bit different than what the other discussion we were having. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit,
Mm.
you know.
I'm just saying you got to be
But
open.
I
If
agree
the
with you.
female is more masculine and you're more feminine as
In
a
certain
man,
areas.
be open. Be open. You ain't got to be like, oh, I want to lead. Just no, just be you.
Yeah, cause where you
Lead,
lead me to? I
yeah,
gotta help
lead,
guide this motherfucker. Where we going?
lead
You
you
feel
to
me?
a
I don't
dark
know where you
tunnel.
lead me to. Yeah, lead to a dark
Dark
corner. I
tunnel.
need to
My bad. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
apologize. I
that's
was
what I'm
trying to be
saying.
look.
masculine at this moment,
Hold
dog. My
on,
bad.
wait.
I fucked up. I just wanted
Where we
I wanted to
leading
show y'all I was
to?
masculine.
What you
Look,
think,
be
Marcy?
clear.
That's exactly what I was saying. So yeah, perfect. I mean, I agree.
You
If that's how you want to operate, then that's the way you operate. Go ahead, Marcy.
Nina said something. I said, huh?
She asked your opinion.
About the masculine and the feminine woman.
Hmm.
I'm like you, Crystal. I feel like some women need to soften up a bit and let a man lead as he should.
Okay, what if you
Well,
have a
I'm
guy
still
that's
being
If
honest.
And
I'm
see,
I
still
don't
and
I
see,
being
don't,
hold
I
on.
don't,
And
honest.
I
here,
don't,
here's
I
the
don't.
other thing.
Whoa, hello, hold
Pause,
on, pause.
One at a time. One
I
at a
can hear
time.
everybody at
pause,
one point.
pause.
I'm not a parent, so a lot of the things that y'all were bringing up, I can't relate to because I do not have children. So I
Mhm.
cannot speak on that. However, I know for me, I know we're not supposed to personalize it to us, but I can only speak from my perspective because I'm just a single woman. I've
Mhm.
never ever possessed any masculine traits when it came to a relationship. I'm naturally a submissive.
You
So
naturally.
I cannot relate to this conversation at all.
She's
But
naturally.
I do, from my observations and what I see and the interactions I've seen from some people, yes, some women need to leave their leadership roles at work. And
Hmm.
when they come home, they need to soften up and let their man be a man and leave the house.
okay.
Right.
amen.
Regardless of what that man may not have going on, he's still the man. He's still the head of the household, and she
Got
needs
a
to
word in.
allow him to lead, whether you agree with it or not. I grew up in a divorced household. When my mother remarried, she sat her ass down.
Mhm. You be
She sat
tired.
her ass down. She never was quote unquote masculine. She never was like that. She always still remained in her femininity. She just was a single mother.
So
That was my
So
point though. That's why I said my mama
I
was
guess
soft, and so she wasn't very masculine. I've seen women that are single moms that are very masculine, or they'll make their sons they man. They be just in an unhealthy ass relationship with their children.
Son
so.
husband. Son husband.
Yeah, so it's a thing, but my thing is like it still depends on the capacity of the person. If your person gets you and you know me personally, I want to be soft all day, not just when I get home. I want
I
to be
don't
soft.
I
Text
don't agree
me,
with that.
let
I don't
me know
agree
you
with that.
thinking of me. I want to warm up to the softness.
I
You
don't I
can't
don't
pick
agree
and
with that.
choose.
I don't agree with the with what you're saying for the simple fact that like I said earlier, regardless of the what the man has going on, he's still the man. At the end of the day, he is still
I
the
didn't say
man.
he wasn't.
No,
I
but you
like
said that
masculine men.
but you said
Sure, okay.
it depends on this you said
I'm
it
saying with the
depends.
woman and the man, no. With you, you know what you want, and so it's somebody out there that's willing to give you what you want. That's all of us. You just
Yeah,
don't settle,
that's true.
and
And
so
you're
that's
not
what I'm
selling.
saying.
No.
Yeah,
Nobody's telling anybody to settle. We're just talking about men being feminine or and women being masculine. So I don't think that's necessarily has anything to do with
well,
anybody
I'm agreeing with
settling.
you. I'm
Okay.
agreeing that
So,
for
Okay.
certain people, I don't just be very soft with any man, but for
Okay,
a
exactly.
so
masculine ass man that can handle me, I'm
you're not
soft.
agreeing with me. You're
Yeah,
not agreeing
well,
with me
I'm talking
because
about for me. My
yeah.
personal experience is I like a certain type of nigga anyway. I don't date nobody that can't handle me. I'm gonna
Okay.
be me. If I can't show up as my authentic self and I gotta pretend to be extra soft at 8 o'clock in the morning, we not men. Cause I'm not a morning person. You cannot try to make me fit a mold that I'm not. I'm gonna be me. I'm coming to the relationship. I nurture. I cook. I love sex. I like to try new things. I try all the good shit, and I'm gonna make sure our children good. If I can't come at me though, I gotta pretend like I'm always in a good mood and shit. No, thank
That's
you.
not
Move
Nobody's telling you
around,
to
please.
pretend that you're always in a
Please.
good mood, but what, as
Your
Crystal said,
demeanor
sometimes we have to soften up.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're softening up does not
is
mean
Doesn't
not.
that
It's
mean
not
that you're
weakness.
not being yourself.
It
It
don't
doesn't
make you
I'm
mean
don't
that
make you
you're
a
not.
wimp.
agreeing.
It
I'm
doesn't mean that.
agreeing. I'm just
Can I
saying
finish?
when
Can
you
I
Look,
please
say
finish?
soften up
here we
every
Can
go.
I
day at five
please?
o'clock don't mean I'm
Can I?
gonna take off what I
Can
got going on in my world. I
can
have
I
two
please
businesses.
finish?
So at 8 o'clock
Can
when I
I
get home, my
please
business are still
finish?
running. I clock out, I'm the boss, so
Can
I
I
have to still do
finish?
work.
Are you gonna let
Hold up,
me
hold up,
finish,
hold up,
Nina?
Go ahead. I'm
hold up,
just saying I
hold up,
agree with
hold
you
up,
what
hold
you're
up.
So
saying
what
though.
I'm
Go ahead.
saying is no, you're not really agreeing with what I'm saying because as I said, regardless, as women, we have to leave our leadership at work. We have to leave our leadership at work. That goes in alignment with what Crystal was saying
so.
about
What if your
us softening up.
husband is not a leader? He doesn't have leadership qualities.
It
Then why you
then why
choosing
you
that
I
man?
said, I said, regardless of the situation of the man, He's still the man, still the head of the house.
Mm.
It is not up to you to emasculate that man just because in that moment he might be lacking something. And that is the problem that a lot of
So
women have.
okay,
We emasculate. Hold
I
on, let
agree.
me finish. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. A lot of us emasculate our men. I
Mm-hmm.
was in a marriage. My husband did not work. I paid all the bills. I cooked, I cleaned, I did his laundry. If he went on a trip, honey, I packed his breakfast, lunch, dinner outfit, everything. Not one time did I emasculate that man and hold any of that over his head. Not one time.
Hold on. You said
I would
Hold on.
question if he
you
told
said
you
you
not.
packed his lunch.
So
Where he was going.
not even in
Hold on,
divorce.
A1.
I never held that over his head.
He said it didn't work.
Because
Where
at the end of the day,
Marcy, Marcy,
I am naturally a submissive woman.
don't
It
get too
doesn't
personal.
matter what kind of stature it is. I'm just trying to drive a point. It doesn't
I got
matter.
it.
Like
I got
for some people it's natural. Some people it
Yep.
may
It's
not be
not.
natural.
Yeah.
So
It's
if it's not
conditional.
natural, it's conditional, yes. So that's what I'm saying. If it's not natural for you, it's gonna be harder for you to acclimate and soften up, as Crystal was saying, some of us need to do. But for some of us, it's natural, it's innate. It's innate, and we don't even have to adjust ourselves.
Okay,
Nobody's
what are
telling
you
you to
talking about?
dim yourself down or make yourself any lesser. It's just sometimes if you are a little bit more harsh, a little bit more rough around the edges, sometimes we need to be also self-aware and take that into consideration when we're approaching these relationships and soften up just a little bit. Nobody's telling you to change yourself. We're
But the answer
asking you to allow that
is
man
telling us
to
to
come
change
in
ourselves.
and take. No, it's not.
Yes,
We're
it is.
asking you to
If I'm not
adjust. We're
naturally
asking you
soft, it's
to
telling me to
adjust.
change myself.
If you want, can you let me are you gonna let me
one,
finish or not? Because
one
I'm
mic,
not
one
done
mic.
talking.
Pause.
I'm not done talking.
One mic. Go ahead and finish Marcy. Then Tammy, go ahead. Go ahead,
Go
Marcy.
ahead, Marcy.
Oh, so what I was saying was nobody's asking anybody to change, accommodate. When you're in a relationship, sometimes you do have to accommodate. If you have to completely change yourself, then you don't need to be in a relationship. But you do have to accommodate and adjust. Just like that person may have to accommodate and adjust you as well. That's called compromise. And that's what you do when you want a conducive relationship. Sometimes you have to compromise. If you're not willing to compromise, then you're not ready to be in a
Hmm.
relationship at all. Period.
Okay, Cammy, what you have to say?
I don't got nothing to
And
say.
I agree
Hold on,
with
I
Saying
want
that.
to
the
get
different thing.
two snaps in the kids, honey. Okay.
Hold on, Autumn.
Yeah,
Let
you gotta
Cammy
wait off. You know you don't know how to wait,
let
so you gotta
Cammy
wait.
respond.
No, you
Go
don't know
ahead,
how to
Cammy.
shut up.
No, I don't have nothing.
Nigga, I wasn't even about to say shit.
I don't have nothing to say.
I just gave her props, god damn it.
Nah, I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say. I don't got nothing to
Okay.
say.
All right, well
Okay,
I
well
do.
I can
I was
add
saying this
on.
earlier.
Okay,
I
go
was
ahead,
saying this
Marcy.
earlier. Exactly what you saying, Marcy. If you naturally submissive, this
Mhm.
shit ain't. Why is this much of a debate? Like, why is this
What
debate?
we talking about?
Well, I just know
Hmm.
me
No, what Marcy
personally.
said. What Marcy said, I
I
agree
did what
100%.
Marcy said, and
Yeah,
so for
100%.
me, I was submissive. I did all the things, and so what it equal to was my experience. Now, like I said, I know now what I want, and so for me, I do want a masculine man. But am I going to slave around the house? Absolutely not.
See,
I'm
That
working
the
doesn't
on me
mean
and
you being.
Yeah.
myself, and
the
But
so
that doesn't
mindset
mean
right
you being
there.
feminine.
it can be. I'll be the villain. I'm just saying for me, this where I'm at. And so I
Okay.
agree with Marcy, with my
Uh,
husband. He'll tell you when he come in the house, I was not machoing around. I'm trying to watch a movie and be up under you, skin to skin. He was only
Skin is-
one day a
Man, you probably talking shit to that nigga and
No, that's
everything.
week.
not
I can just
true.
see you.
so
Because we
Dinner,
You see it.
dinner
You
I
see
can
we
it,
just
like
see
to
A1.
you.
say that we are
I see
alpha.
it too.
Yeah.
I see it
well,
too.
like I said, dinner was cooked,
where
cakes was baked. I
And you was
love doing
talking shit the whole
everything.
Hey,
time.
I cooked this motherfucking shit.
I
You better
didn't
eat
know
this
I was gonna be
motherfucking
married. So
shit.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
speak
true. I
from
don't
my
Talking
believe
shit the
marriage and what
whole
I
time.
experienced.
Nina.
Man,
now for
Trifling ass nigga.
I
I
believe
cooked,
that you
but you
were
better
very
eat it.
submissive in your relationship. relationship.
Girl,
We got to quit
like
on.
I said,
We got to
all
quit
my
on.
men be chasing me around,
Okay,
so I don't know. I can't relate, but I know
on.
this time I want
Yeah,
50.
so
I
you know
want
I
my
fuck
man
with
to be in
you.
the kitchen cooking with
But,
me. I don't
but
want to feel like a maid this time, and so
Nah, but I love submissive. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
also raised a family. I have long relationships to where my men led the household. You know what I'm saying? So
and you ain't do
of course,
nothing.
like I was saying, over the threshold, yeah, I'm very submissive, very at home, really want to be with my person, and it's us against the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Learning each other, making goals together.
And
Um,
smashing them. Period.
Parents and things. Oh yeah, that's definitely in the fucking
Yeah.
playbook,
Smashing.
baby.
I
That's
love
definitely
Wait,
Senegal and
I
smashing,
want to
but
in
I
Marcy,
want to
love,
piggyback on
baby. Kiss me.
right? I was gonna
but
say,
piggyback
but
on
Marcy, I
but
didn't know that you was
but yeah,
paying
I love
all of
being
your
submissive. I
stuff, so
cut,
that's still a
I
different
cook,
perspective.
Yeah,
clean,
that is a
take care of
different.
my person. I'm very care. I'm a caregiving type of person. So no matter
Hmm.
who's in my
I'm
circle,
with
whether
you,
it's my
man.
family, friends, my man, I'm going to take care of them naturally.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Period.
saying? So at the
Cooking
end of
Yes.
the day,
clean.
I know my man gonna take care of me if I'm doing all that shit anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So being submissive is a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fucking knock it at all. You know what I'm saying? Being married, yeah, that's cool. But also having understanding is
Hmm.
big and communication. But yeah, definitely, baby.
okay.
Spank me,
I
daddy.
want
I've
to
been a
speak.
bad girl. Submit, baby. What you talking
Right.
about?
I'm
I want to
like,
speak
I
real
don't know no
quick.
women that be just munching around, but it is
Okay,
some out
so
there.
Marcy spoke on like not emasculating our men. I think that's something we should focus on just for
Right.
a little bit because I think that's a
Shit, I've
problem
dated
within the
broke
black
niggas and I
community.
didn't demasculate them.
But the thing is, I think if we view our relationships or our marriages kind of like a business, right? The
Hmm.
man is like the brand. So whatever the man like the brand of your company, if it's
Hmm.
represented in the right way, then your company is going to be successful.
Hmm.
So the woman, we have to build up our brand. We have to make sure that our man is his best self. He has to
Hmm.
represent us. He has to be able to get
Hmm.
out there and fight, combat the world. He has to have a
Hmm.
clear mind, to be able to take on all these battles and things. And we have a job to do as women to just be our man's support system so that he can be his best self. If we think of it,
Hmm.
Stop it,
thinking of it from
Michelle
that
Obama.
perspective.
Preach.
Listen,
Michelle
and
Obama.
some of them don't want the support. So, girl, you got
That's
them too.
that's
Don't
him.
forget
Don't
about
say that.
them.
Stop it.
We
Stop it,
not talking
Michelle
about him.
Obama.
We ain't talking about them, Anna. We talking about the
Good.
No,
ones
I
who
love
the
my
ones
type
who
of.
want
Hey,
to
I
stretch
love my
them.
type of men that I like. I'm
Right.
always well taken
You
care
you
of all the way
you
around.
you sound like
So
Michelle
Willing to
Michelle
listen and be open.
Michelle Obama. Michelle
Yeah.
Obama.
All that.
Okay.
we just have to make sure we
No,
And
don't
lift him
don't
up.
don't keep
So
saying that now.
if he
definitely don't
doesn't have
disrespect.
if he doesn't have like those somewhat leadership qualities that you feel like that he should have,
Hmm.
it's okay to help build him up.
Yes,
It's okay to teach him and lift
Teach
him
him
up because maybe he just hasn't been in the right position to
It's,
be able to
that
show
that
forth
part.
part.
those leadership
We should be
And
skills.
being
learning from each
patient.
other. We should be learning from each other.
Right.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have to know the man you choose to deal with.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Once you understand your man, then you understand what type of nigga you understand what type of man you
Hmm.
got. And you can't expect them, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't, it's like it's just like vice versa with a dude. Like if you do know what kind of female he got, if you know his chick ain't gonna cook or do whatever around the house or whatever, he gonna pick up the slack in the area.
Right.
He gonna
Make it
figure out
Or
a
they
way to
plain.
gonna move
do it.
around.
And I love a man that
You know what
cook.
I'm saying?
Please pick up the slack. Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Like know your man.
No,
Yeah.
no. That's why I said I like the caliber of men I usually talk to because I'm well taken care of. Okay,
Right.
and I'm sure they are too.
Right.
Yeah, getting cookies sent to your house and shit.
Copeland, shut up.
What you say, Copeland? Leave the cookies to us.
About them tip treats.
Couple.
Ah!
I got
Quit missing on a nigga too. I'm telling you.
It's okay for you to make your little breakfast.
I was just like, yeah, I'm a cook for you.
I'm a cook.
all
I'm
right,
a clean. I'm gonna
all
make
right.
your tacos.
I'm gonna try to fight through some of these comments. Like it's a lot.
Right.
That's a
It's a
lot.
lot.
I don't
It's a
see
lot
none
that's
of them.
going on.
Nah, you ain't gonna see it.
You got to pull it up on Facebook.
Man, I can't
I
do that.
can't. I don't know how.
All right, I'm gonna try to go back as far as I mean, Facebook is just spinning right now. I can't even go back to some of the comments.
Want me to read some of them?
I want to
I
go
got it
back.
on my screen.
All right. So Marcus Wade says, okay, I got it. Refresh. He says, respectfully, you women are the minority, not the majority. Jam says the women that has been willing to accept the help that cannot look at men as thirsty and weird. Uh, Marcus said majority of women raising boys turn into their man and then tell them not to trust these little fast ass girls, and then they raise their daughter not to trust men and take care of themselves and don't look for to a man for anything. A lot of that's true. The sentiment is that
I
is
really can't. Hold
a
on, I
lot of
can't hear
true,
you that
especially in
good.
our culture.
Somebody making noise like knocking on something.
We got some feedback. Let me see. We got feedback from I think Autumn. All right, we good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear it. No.
All right, I think we good now.
All right.
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. All right. Jamie says, I feel like historically, Black women and men have not been able to function in their full femininity and masculinity, and because we have been adapted to our circumstances and slash environments that has passed down through generations. And so I just feel like there are other points in the community that we can focus on that can help the disconnect between Black women and men.
I agree.
Um, what would be the foundation though? That would be my only thing.
The foundation
I
to me
think
would be
that
keeping the families together. It should be more focused on keeping families together.
Together, that part.
That
yeah,
would solve a lot. A lot of
but
it,
but
all this other
but
stuff is a domino
but who's
effect.
I agree.
so? I want to put a pin in it because I want to because there's a lot of comments I want to get through. But this is why I say I'll try to fight through because there's a lot of talking points we can talk and kind of veer off in with that. Let's see.
I'm gonna tell you how we can fix that next time.
Yeah. All right, cool. Nikaya says, what's your definition of a single mom? Nina doesn't sound like your mom was single. She was married to your dad and stepdad. Marcus Wade says, at that that creates the inability for people to work on independence and cohesion. I think he's referring to one of
Hold
y'all
on.
points.
So my
Respectfully,
mama
you women.
wasn't single. That's not the point. The point is my dad ran off. He was on drugs. So she couldn't find him to be single. The point is she still was soft and my stepdad was awesome and his family loved on me. And so just in general, I agree with what the lady said. You have to have that femininity about yourself. But okay.
All right, cool. And let me keep going. Let's see. We read that. Read that. CK said, I agree with Tucker. Thank you, CK. Uh, Rosemary says, I have a son and I don't have a masculine trait in my bone. I'm feminine and I don't want to be led. And I don't want to lead. I want to be led. Okay, so Rosemary's putting herself out there. Wait for you guys. Jam says, we're supposed to be speaking in general. I try to tell them, Jam, they don't listen. I hate the word handled. So don't tell me I gotta handle you. I'm checking out. Respond to your comment. Say you look for somebody to handle you.
Good. I ain't for you. I'm for the brothers out there riding them horses. We in Texas, baby. We going to the rodeo in Houston.
I
You get
wish.
what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad. Stay out the
I,
way.
I ride horses and I'm scared of you.
Don't be scared. It's okay.
Jam says, I wish y'all would stop cutting people off and y'all might understand and get clarification. Understood.
Hmm.
Nina says, you said that, I'm saying that. I'm gonna leave that there. You let that for the comments. Rosemary says, I agree with Marcy. Autumn says, yes, compromise. Let's see what we got. Marcus says, I don't want to have to soften anybody if I got to do extra work. to see if a different side of you. I'm good. I'm with you, dog. But if you're doing something for a person that Rosemary says, but if you're doing something for the person you love, it's not you being a maid or slave. You're doing it out of love.
Part,
I
I
agree
agree
with
with
that
that.
too.
that part.
I agree with
Nina,
that.
Well, y'all can agree
I
with it.
think
I did it. And so for me, I don't want to cook every meal. That's just me personally. If you out there and you cooking every meal, Chef Boyardee, I was doing 3 meals a day and I cook. My baby don't even eat cereal. He don't experience none of the shit the other kids eat, but he eats seaweed and shit for snacks.
but
I
don't look
show up.
at
So
but don't look at it being a slave.
what I'm saying is I
but
don't
that's
want to cook 24/7 for 10 years for the whole house. I just don't. That's my personal
It
point.
is you had
And
you
I
had a
love to
negative
cook.
experience. It's somebody you
Well,
had a
I love to
negative
cook, but
experience
I'm not
where
gonna feel
maybe you
guilty about
wasn't
it.
appreciated.
It
That's why
was
you
I
see
was
it
not
as a
appreciated.
right.
I agree. I was not
So
appreciated. So
that's
now
part of
you
what we talk about with our first point of
right.
not
So don't
doing.
change what you do.
Now
mm.
you now you
Change
bring that to your
what
next
you who you
relationship.
do it to.
No, that's not it. It's
Yeah.
just I didn't know what I wanted. Again, I'm somebody that got married to a stranger and was watching Marriage on TV. My stepdad was good, but he died. And
But you
so
said you
I'm
like to
watching
cook.
real marriages on TV. So that's how I showed up. I didn't have no problem with that if I'm being appreciated. But when you're not, it just made me think I know what I want. I love men that know how to cook. If you know how to cook, we'll get along. I like looking up recipes and cooking different things. But me doing it all by myself all the time, I did it for 10 years. I'm not doing that again.
I think
And
you're
there's
missing
no
the
ill
point.
will.
All
You're
Exactly.
No,
missing that point, Nina. I think
Exactly.
you have a negative opinion of it, outlook
I
on it
don't have
now.
a negative opinion.
That's
I
why
still love to cook. I still
It,
feed my ex-husband. It
so
ain't
if you
that.
okay.
It's
love
just
it,
I'm not doing that
If you
again.
love
if
it,
you
then you
love it,
wouldn't
why you
refuse
think?
to do it again.
Thank you. You bringing
I'm
that to the
saying, and I'm gonna say it one more time. I don't know what part, but for me, when I got married to him, I didn't know what I wanted in a marriage. I never had seen it up close and personal.
but we ain't talking
So
about that.
now I do know what
So
I want. I want a man that cool. It's just that
But
simple. That ain't true,
that's
okay?
what she's saying is because most of us don't know what we want until we have experienced something negative
Exactly.
or good. So
Exactly.
I understand where it's coming from. 100%.
I understand
Yeah.
Because going
where
into a
you're coming
Yeah.
relationship, you don't know
from,
what you like about this
but
person or not.
I, I understand, but don't make it seem like she's slaving. She
right.
doing
It's
something
it's
she
a
loves.
Well, she
mindset.
sees it as
That's a negative connotation that you put on that.
Okay, that's fine. Let's not use slave. Let's use homemaker. What I know is that in my new relationship moving forward, I don't mind being a homemaker, but I would like shared duties in the kitchen. I like listening to music. I want you to be hitting my booty, kissing the back of my neck. Make that shit fun. If you're somewhere watching a game or CSI or whatever it is, and I'm in there cooking, it's feeling like servitude. And that's just to me. I did it. I'm sorry, brothers, if you cook, my DM's open. I'm like, I'm not settling on it. I ain't finna feel guilty. My grandma cooked. My mama cooked. It ain't no thing. I'm gonna do that anyway. But I still want you to cook too.
Same thing.
Ain't nothing wrong
So
with that.
look, so if he don't know how to cook, you ain't gonna talk to him.
You be cooking. Why you putting
I,
yourself in there?
I ain't putting it.
that's what she's saying. Because
I'm just saying.
No,
he cannot
I'm
know how to
asking.
cook.
I'm
No,
asking a
if he
question.
He asking
if
a
he
question.
know how
If
to
you don't know how to
cook,
cook,
we can
We,
look up
And right,
recipes
you
and
just
cook
heard her
them
say
together. That's
the
it.
recipe thing. So she is
That's
willing.
it. We ain't gonna be like, oh, I don't know how to cook, and so you ain't gonna never cook. No,
He
I'm
can chop
not
up
doing it.
some
all right.
onions. He can chop up some pepper. He don't have to just. What she's saying is she wants it to be a thing that
I
they
get
do
what she's saying.
together.
I was asking a question. That's all.
Yeah,
I
I
get
mean,
what she's saying.
how to
All right.
cook. We can look up some recipes and make them together. But if
So
you're
Nina,
saying you're gonna be
She wants
sitting
some quality
somewhere,
time in the kitchen.
I want
Exactly.
some quality time in the kitchen. That's just
Yeah.
me.
I,
I
And
I
understand,
so if I
Nina.
can't
understand
get
that.
that, I'm
I
not
I was
selling.
just
understand.
saying,
all
I
right.
Yeah,
understand.
don't
yeah.
make it
So,
seem
Ni-
like it's a slave when she's doing something she
If I'm
loves.
in there by myself, I'm feeling like a
what you
slave.
gotta
If
It's
do.
you
slave
there
now.
with me, I'm cooking my nigga this shit. We finna eat good. I got love going into it. If I'm by myself, I feel like it's servitude. And that's just me.
Really?
I'm just saying.
That's crazy. That's
Really?
crazy work.
And it's some
That's
men, and it's
crazy.
some men that's
Nina,
out
do you
there that's
identify
cooking.
as a submissive woman?
It's some men out there that cook full meals. And so that's the other flip side of it. Your nigga might like cooking.
What they got to do?
Nina, do you identify as a submissive
Say
woman?
part of her.
Said several times that I was submissive, but my thing is, my
Was.
husband is
Oh,
different.
shit.
I didn't have to submit 5 days a week. It was just one. He was just off lit. He works a lot of hours. And so when he home, it's easy for me to submit. It's 24 hours, literally. It's less than 24 hours.
Close your mouth,
What
Tucker.
what I'm
So what
saying
what what is
is,
your definition of submission?
no, let me just tell you what my role was. If he's at work 24/9, I am in masculine mode the whole time. The whole time he at work, I'm protecting my son. I don't have no family here. I don't have a bunch of friends. I got one friend in this town, and I've been here over 13 years. What I'm saying is, me, I'm from the South. I got my strap. I got my green. When I'm with my son, I'm making sure I'm protecting him. If my husband gone all the time, you're not finna get a soft ass female because he's gone all the time. When he get home, I'm up under him. If he say you working too much, I'm gonna change my work schedule so I can be up under you while you're here this short time. But all that, like I said, I don't do the rules, and I know what I want this time. So if you
So
don't know how
you
to cook, I'm not finna be just
you
Chef
keep
Boyardee in
focusing
24
on
8.
you keep focusing on cooking and not the overall picture.
Man,
I hear the
listen.
overall picture. I'm just getting y'all to see that we all have different point of views.
Yeah, we
You
get
can't
it. You
make
don't want
me
to
agree
cook.
with you. I have my own
No, of
experiences.
course we all different
Yeah,
views.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
We're
I
not
agree with
trying.
Mercy. I
We're
like
not.
that you like being soft. I want to learn from you. Like I said,
We,
I'm here to learn from y'all.
we're not
It's
trying to
so,
make you agree. We're trying
not
to make
trying to
you
make you
understand
agree. Just you got
But
to
y'all
hear
another
make
other
it
point
seem
of
like
view.
it's
perspectives
a
we
too.
bad
agree.
thing to make me want someone to be in the kitchen with. It's the
No, we're not
quality
saying
time. You ain't
that.
gotta be
No,
you
see,
ain't be
No.
you
seasoning
missing
the
the
meat.
What
whole
we address
point.
It
is your
starts with
no, what you
listening.
address is your
I think I
perception of
think
it.
I think part of the problem is, Nina, whether you agree or not, you have a trauma. So what you're saying basically is a trauma response, whether you agree with it or not.
It's
Basically, what
not
you're
a
wait,
trauma
wait.
response. I've
I'm
explained to you what it is. I did
It's
not grow
Nina,
up
Let it go,
Nina.
Mark. Let it go.
Wait,
seeing
Let it
hold
go.
on.
Let
marriage.
it
No,
go.
And
wait,
so when I
wait.
Let it
go
go.
into marriage, is what I
Let
see
let
on TV. It's not a trauma response. It's just when I got married, I didn't know men cook too.
Mark, let that shit go.
I didn't know men cook too when I got married. So I assumed that I'm supposed to cook all the food. Now I
hey,
know it's men that cook too. And so that's what I
hey,
want.
look, fuck all that.
What I'm saying is, but it's okay if you just if you. But what I'm saying is, it's okay if you just think women supposed to cook all the meat. Like it's okay.
It's fine, but it's okay for the person that don't mind
It's
doing that.
okay.
For
But you
me,
said you love it.
Okay,
that don't mean I want to cook every
hey
meal.
y'all.
Man,
exactly.
come on, man.
At
I
this
ain't messing with
point,
y'all.
it's like going in a circle. So let's just
Yeah, let's
move
move
on.
on. Okay.
Land the plane.
I'm going back to the
Yeah,
Okay.
first.
plain
I'm
land.
gonna go back to the
Come on, let's go.
CK says, "Why be with a man that can't lead you out a wet paper bag instead of making him feel less than a man? Just leave. Don't put him down." I agree.
Oh wow.
CK, I love
I
CK.
agree.
But I
I
agree.
hear her
Mississippi
voice when
country
she said,
ass shit.
as he's reading it. I hear her voice.
Feed you out a paper bag, a paper bag. Oh goddamn.
That's that Mississippi shit.
Marcus, I already read Marcus comment. Let's see. I'm going down. Tierra, that's a little personal. I'm not even gonna read it. Um,
You say what?
let's
Why you
see.
ain't gonna
No,
read
No,
it?
you're
Tierra
not
ain't
gonna read
comment.
it.
Let me read
Read
it.
tell my dog. Read tell
She don't
shit.
Right.
I mean, well, shit. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Read.
Uh, Tara says I've been raising myself since I was 12 years old. So when I got married, it was hard to be submissive to
see.
my
I
husband. We crashed so much. I guess she clashed so much, and all I knew was to be masculine. My husband is a great man, and I was on the verge of losing him because I wouldn't allow him to be the man of the house. I
That's our
had to
points.
let go and allow him to lead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying everything is perfect, but we have an understanding. Keeping God first at all times will do it. So
I think when women do
it's
that,
I
it's
think
a
I'm
defense
just
mechanism. We're harder because we feel like we have to be, and
true.
it's just a defense mechanism.
It's that's 100% true.
I think that shit in y'all head.
Trauma
Look,
response.
look, yeah. I think that shit in y'all head. So I think it's a cultural
It's in
thing
our
too, but
head.
I ain't even gonna go
It's
there.
not.
Not here.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
for
Crystal,
real,
Crystal,
for real.
Crystal. The way he's phrasing it is I understand what he's saying. That falls in line with the strong black woman schema. So what he's
Hmm.
saying is has some substance to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It falls in line with the strong black woman schema. It's true.
I thought he was saying the defense mechanism was all in our head. I'm like, well, damn. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but it is part of the strong. It's part of the strong black woman schema.
Okay. I hate that,
Yeah.
by the way.
Me too.
Nonetheless, go on. Keep
I
going.
don't abide by that, baby. I'm weak. Help me.
Okay. I want
Damsel in distress.
to
Keep
be
going.
a damsel in distress.
I'm a
Whatever.
damsel in distress.
All
Maybe.
right, let's see.
I got a question,
Marcus says, uh,
Who got a
Who got a
question?
question?
Nigga, ask your question.
Tonio.
Who is
Hey,
Tony?
so
Is
look,
somebody else on the
"Go ahead,
screen?
Tony."
God damn.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Tony. I mean, he
Oh,
I'm
not.
sitting in the dark. Hold on.
Oh, I'm like, who is y'all talking?
Can y'all
You
hear
ain't,
me?
you ain't
We
gotta
can
turn
hear
on your light.
you.
Just
I can't
as
see
he
Hey,
him.
put,
hey,
just go
look, hey,
ahead.
look. Do y'all believe in like? Do y'all believe in like man and woman leading equally though? Like far as
That
like if it's a situation
I'm
where a woman know more about than a man know, do
I'm
y'all
glad you said
feel
I
that.
like
do.
I'm glad
I
you said
do.
that. That is a
I
part of that
do.
is a part of
That's
submission.
compromise.
That it's a
Exactly.
compromise, and that's a part of being being submissive. I feel like we both need to submit to one another for the
Right.
greater good
Agree.
of
yeah?
the household.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that you said that, because it goes to what I was saying earlier. What we need to be able to learn from one another. So yes, I 100% agree with that, because I'm not gonna know everything, and you're not gonna know everything. You might be stronger at something. I might be stronger at something. We need to be able to balance one another out so
Right,
that the
right.
household is successful, and we're equally meeting the goal for the household.
That
You
part.
know, and I know we're not supposed to make it
Exactly.
personal, but just in my marriage, it
I,
was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tucker.
no, go ahead. Finish your thought, Chris. I mean, cut you off.
No, just I'm just really beating a dead horse at this point. Just it was a lot of things that my ex husband didn't know, but I knew. Even when it came to more like traditional masculine things, like fixing shit around the house, stuff like that, I knew how to do. But just because he didn't know how to do, it didn't make him less of a man to me in my eyes. It's
Correct.
just I just did it. You know, whoever needed to do what at the time, that's what needed to be done.
Why fixing around the house is masculine.
I said traditionally speaking.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Baby, call me handy woman, honey.
You shouldn't have brought that up.
Why
I'm
No, I'm
not?
fixing
not.
stuff.
My hands is broke when I'm in a man's presence. I'm sorry. I can't fix nothing. I don't know how to do nothing.
Well,
But
because like I said, traditional. It's modern. Like, you can always get on the phone and be like, hey, I don't know how to do this shit, but I know somebody that do know how to do this shit.
That's true. He
hmm
done he paid to got a lot of shit fixed around now. But
Yeah.
if it's some stuff that I can handle and we can save some money, then I'ma do it.
That part.
and it's kind of like the 60-40 I was saying
So
earlier. Sometimes the
I can do
woman may
more
be at
more
60,
things, traditional
and some.
feminine shit. So that make me
Hello?
feminine.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
No.
we
I
can hear
do
you
a
clear.
clean.
We
I,
can hear
I,
you, Autumn.
Oh, okay, was I cut off?
oh my bad.
Yeah, you were. I can hear y'all.
But y'all
Okay, so kind of like the
talking down my
sixty
throat.
forty,
You said
the
what?
60, kind of like the 60-40 I was saying earlier. Sometimes, what I'm saying, the man may be at
I
the
can't
60,
hear.
the woman may be at the 40. And then sometimes vice versa. So you have to be each other's strength in all that y'all do, especially if y'all a team and y'all trying to grow
Agreed.
together.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Agreed.
team.
somebody I was gonna give more than the other.
Yeah. And you have to be okay with
I
that.
just think.
You know what I'm saying? Because again,
I
that's
just
the
think.
same thing Mark's saying, compromising.
And you gotta think again, it's a business. If you view it from a
Right.
business
It ain't
standpoint,
no
the
business.
success
Stop
of the
It
saying
is
that. It's
a
not a
business,
business.
business.
ooh,
It
it
is
is
It
a
Don't
ain't
definitely
no
say
a
that.
business.
business,
business.
but it's
Bruh,
not a business.
That's why I
Stop
was
It's
gonna
saying
bruh,
that.
say
definitely
the
a
proof
business.
in
bruh,
how your
bruh.
marriage ends
A1,
up. If you have a
A1,
lot of
A1, A1.
assets to
Women,
separate, then it's a
bruh,
successful business.
I'm not saying it in the
bruh.
way that you're thinking. I'm
A1,
saying if you
A1.
view it just from
Let me tell you something.
what
Men are in love. Women are in business, bro.
Yeah, yeah. What we
That's
could do
not
for them,
true.
what we could
That was the
provide for
first
them, what we could
question.
do for them. You
No,
know what
what
I'm
can
That's
saying?
we do
not.
for each
See,
other? What
y'all
can
missed
we
my whole
build
point.
together?
Why
Y'all
nobody
missed
want
my
to
whole
provide though?
point.
Why is that a big
I
thing?
spoke earlier about.
If that was the case, I wouldn't be single because I would have been married some wealthy ass somebody.
Okay.
But you can
It's not.
build
It's
up
not
Yeah,
that at
yourself. Y'all
all.
can build
It's
up
not
that's
each
it.
about. It's
other.
not about
That's not
what
what
you
I'm
can
saying.
provide all the time. Again, when I was speaking on the business
Yes.
standpoint, I was saying like if you view like it's for the betterment of the family in general. So if everybody's pulling their weight, if you think from a business standpoint, if everybody pulls their weight, the business is successful. So your children are successful, your household is just more successful in general.
Right.
So business, you got a CEO, CFO, you got business
All right,
administrators, you
let me give
got
y'all a scenario.
custodial staff, you got everybody. Everybody got a role.
Let me
And
prove my
I
point.
look at it as the man is the head, the woman is the neck. The head cannot move without the neck.
Hmm.
That's a perfect analogy. Now,
That's amazing.
now, in the situation where, like I was saying, like women are in bed and men are in love, because whenever it boiled down to it, women gonna always look at some point how she gonna be secure in whatever situation she wind herself up in. You know what I'm saying? And however she answer that question is gonna be how she approach what's going on next in her relationship. Meaning, let me give you an example. If a man, hold on a minute, let me get my man back in. So we see here. So if a man is, um, um, shit, we got people popping in. Hang on, okay, go back in here. I need to see you going in and out. Make me throw me off my topic. My point here.
You say,
So
we only looking at the security of it.
yeah, so no, so women going to look at it at a security from a security aspect at some point. So like, let's say if you have a woman that is a boss chick, right, or she do make her own money, you know what I'm saying? She may not necessarily want the dude that she deal with to make money or be a necessarily breadwinner, but he has to have some motion, right? A, right, just being a man, you just got to have some motion, right? And then B, um, she's gonna see how where she can rest in that situation. So whether she gonna have to continue to be the breadwinner, or she can go and do other things. And ultimately, women gonna want to, what I'm saying, want the man to make the most, or be, what I'm saying, be at least the lead provider, right? At some point, not necessarily has to be
Um,
initially, but at some point, like you want them to at least go, what I'm saying, meet you at where you at, right? If the dynamic is, I want a man woman similar traditional relationship. Like I know a couple, and I'm not gonna give you names, but I know a couple that woman makes, like, she the breadwinner. She travels, she what I'm saying, she's in sales, so she's the breadwinner. Like, dude is literally, he had a job, and then he's working warehouse and stuff. And now he's been at home, like, since before COVID. You know what I'm saying? So he's been at home just raising, and they got boys, so it kind of working this, what I'm saying, they favor. So for them, when I'm around, I don't see a degradation. I don't see her treating them different. I don't see that at all. You know what I'm saying? And even she's the breadwinner, he decides what's going on with money,
then why?
right?
Then that doesn't go against go with what you're saying. Then, if you're saying that women only looking at it from business,
That is, but
because
because
in that
she's
case,
she's
you're
still
speaking.
she's like, hey, I'm the bread. No, it don't. Listen, her business is like, I'm the business. If our dynamic is we gonna secure this, then let's secure this. This goes back to, it doesn't. I'm not speaking to a particular archetype of women. I'm speaking to us to something that's basically at the essence of it. Like, whether you're a woman that's making a lot of money, or you're a woman that's not, right? Or you're a woman that's looking for a man to provide for you, your mind is on. how are we going to be secure and what's the business side of it?
I mean, that's just
So,
making an assessment as an adult. If you're in a relationship in general, like you're going to look and see how we're going to succeed.
but
Period.
Right.
And we
but
assess what's the current motion that's going
but that
on, and
changes.
either we're
That
gonna
sometimes that changes that woman and treats that man a different way.
not.
And
No, it
if
don't.
you're on their business, this is what I'm saying. Let me finish. If the woman is saying, "Hey, strictly on the business," like, "All right, fuck it, I'm gonna rock out this way," you know what I'm saying?
Well,
She's gonna look to that man for some kind of substance on the business end, whether he's gonna manage the money, whether he's gonna be find out where we're gonna invest it, whether he gonna figure out a way to organize it, but that's on the business end. So on
not
the back
necessarily.
end,
Okay,
he's throwing it, he putting the bow on it. That's all I'm saying. Like
I'm
he's
not
gonna
trying
be
to cut you off, Tuck, or anything
go
like
ahead.
that. It's just that as a woman, I hear you speak on behalf of women all the time. And it's like, I really wish you would listen
I'm
to
not
women
saying
when it comes to how we feel
in general,
about
in
that type
general.
of aspect. So with women, we don't really we like security, yes. But that security does not equal financial security. We want security overall. It can come in many different ways.
That's what I just said.
So if we're already providing the financial security, we need the role he now plays for us is making sure that we got a a home, a person that we can confide in, like to ease our stress and minds and worries, to make our home, our house, a actual home and loving environment. Things that a human being provides to another human being. So it just so happens in your scenario that you mentioned, the financials were already handled. Like financials are going to have to be handled by somebody or everybody.
Mhm.
Financials are already
That was
handled.
a
So now
decision
it
that
just
was
goes
made
to
though, right?
not a decision. They came into it already. She was already in her business when they got together. Or
Mhm.
even if it happened after the fact, they still as a couple they decided. I mean, I hope he wouldn't make her quit her job if she's the breadwinner. Like, why would he do that?
No, they
You
both
know,
were
like
working initially,
what I'm saying. So if
but when
if
she
if we
started
have
having
an
kids,
income,
it was more.
if we have
Like,
if we have income, because like so again, I'm again not trying to make it personal, but like in the beginning of my marriage, I was a breadwinner, and then it's eventually did switch. So now it just that's just what happened. Like nobody looked at nobody to feel like, oh well, you're making more money now, or I'm making less money. Like it wasn't about that. It just that's just what happened over time. Like in a relationship, for a family to be successful, the finances has to be handled one way or the other. Like again, whether it's collectively or if one person is fortunate to be able to make enough to take care of everybody, that's just a blessed and unique situation. So
I'm not.
when
I'm not.
I just
I
don't
didn't say
agree
anything
when you
that
say
goes against
women
that.
look at it. I just don't agree when you say women do it for business and men do it out of love, because I think women more so do it out, I think it's more reversed than anything. We do it out of love because it doesn't matter what you have or not. We're still gonna be with you and be willing to be with you, like whether you're working or not. I know men put so much effort or so much emphasis, or people put so much emphasis on what makes a man based on his financial standards and stuff like that, or whatever he has. They try to equate money to manhood or
That don't,
manliness.
I never
but that
said
don't
I,
make
anything
I
like
sense to
that.
say.
I literally just gave
no,
you an
I
example
said
when that wasn't the
I
case,
said
but business
people.
still with the business being tied up and being taken care of was still the thing. Like I literally
No,
just
I'm
gave
Only
you an
thing,
saying
only,
example.
only
no,
thing
I'm
I'll say,
saying I'm
women put
saying
more
some.
thought into it than men do. I'll just say women put more thought into a relationship than men do, really.
Mhm.
True.
Absolutely.
Put more thought into it. In what way, Antonio?
I mean,
So
in every way, cause I mean, men, we kind of simple in a way. Like, as long as we got X, Y, Z, we cool. But a woman, she pretty much gonna think about the long term. Like you said,
Yes.
Yeah,
how everything gonna go,
I
what
agree.
we gonna do, when we getting married, how where we getting married at, and all that shit. Man,
I agree.
we simple.
Y'all are.
I mean that that
right.
that might that might be true.
But that's some
That's
men
just a
too.
workup
Like
of how what makes a woman, like what makes the relationship cohesive or not. If you're with a woman that's a planner, and she gets with a man who's not necessarily a planner, then it just works that way. But that's just normally what women do. We come in and we take care of shit.
Mhm.
Cause most time women already got I don't know. I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure most women already got how they expect their relationship to go. They got
That's true.
everything already mapped out and planned.
Write the vision, make it plain. It's very
Need the
simple.
man to insert him. Yeah, that's true. You just insert the
Write
man.
the vision, make it plain.
Just the man.
Tucker, you shaking your head. You're not used to women who comes in and take care of shit or what?
That ain't what I'm saying. Like for you to make that generalization, like everybody's just superwoman and come in here and
I
save
didn't say
it and
everyone.
take that shit. That shit
It's
is
never gonna
that
be
shit is mind
everyone.
boggling. We got plenty of examples where that shit ain't the case, and we know what's happening. That's all I'm saying. So, as far as like, I guess what I'm saying is I don't think what I said went against with what you're saying. I think more so what you're saying is reiterating what I said. Um, to be honest. And just go back to what Antonio said, women think about more things um when it comes to relationships. I would say a mature woman does. Um so immature woman sometimes will think like an immature man, which would be just, oh, he sexed me real good, he loved me. Oh, he told me he loved me, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, right? So that's on a lower level, but I don't disagree with what you just said. Like I said, I think that's apropos for what goes along with what I'm saying. I think when we talking about this whole dynamic, man and women, and I keep getting some feedback. Like somebody, hang on.
I hear it too.
All right, what about now? I'm still
Hmm.
getting some.
Yeah.
All right, what about now?
Still.
Oh, it's your ass, man. You get feedback. You must got the phone in your hand or something. There we go. Speaker coming back up into the mic. All right, so when we talk about man and women and this whole dynamic of marriage and masculine, feminine, and look, it's all on a case by case basis, right? And my point was, I don't think a man's masculinity should be defined as his how good he is in bed or how much money he makes. I think it's how he shows up for the women he gives a damn about. You know what I'm saying? Or the people he gives a damn about. You know what I'm saying?
I can
And
agree.
so that's how I see it. Um, and that dynamic is and the respect would be shown in that dynamic. There should be, depending on what the people who's receiving value, right? So a dude might be with a woman, and he might be a definitely masculine dude. He can goddamn chain the oil, the ties, make sure the car gas to all that shit, but he may not make goddamn $1 million a year, right? But the woman he's with values him making money or values the money over the other shit. So then what? He's not a masculine man because he ain't making money? That's what I'm saying. Like you can't reduce a man to those characteristics. You know what I'm saying? If that man's showing up, he's showing up. Like that's what men do. We and so that's how I see it. We get through a few more of these. Anything else before we finna part, get up out of here, nigga. We been rolling. This shit been fun.
It
Time been
have, and thank you for everybody that came.
All these
fucks
little
with.
gangsters in here.
We gangster?
Yep.
No, I'm not a gangster.
Emasculating all these
Me.
men in here.
Innocent. Y'all ganged up on me because I knew I get. I gotta. Maybe I do need to step into my
Nobody
masculinity
gang up
and
on anybody.
let y'all know.
I been say we sorry if you felt ganged up
So
on.
I
Nobody
gotta
gang up on
stand up in my masculine to let y'all know. Don't do it.
You
it.
can't. You know what? I ain't gonna lie,
No,
Cameron. You came in the door like I'm like, relax, mama.
I know.
We good
My
over here.
sister, she just
What you
she's
come in
on.
like that
I don't know if
for?
she's on, But she had told me to calm down. She did tell me to calm down. I told her I read my
So
book.
why take another woman to tell you to calm down and not a man
I
when it's masculine energy?
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all fighting. Y'all be trying to. You can't fight masculinity with femininity.
I'm
Y'all too
I'm not
masculine.
trying to fight you. If you tell me to be quiet, I'll be quiet.
But
No
but 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 but
problem.
but but we telling you to chill. You know you. I need something to say. You know. And then you're home. Then your sister tell you, and you calm down.
I did. I had
You
to
see
calm
what I'm
down
saying?
because she was like, "Calm down, beauty." She I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna calm down."
Nah, you good. You good. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. You good. You know.
You're right,
I
but
knew he's messing with you. That's why I was so glad.
Yeah.
All right, but it's been fun, man. I'm gonna get through some of these. Marcus Wade say, "Need I hear you clicking away on them keys over there?" Which we hear. We all hear you clicking, clicking it clack.
Yeah. I type 3 words per minute, so I gotta focus.
I'm trying to focus. Shit, I'm trying to
All right,
now.
dog.
You said what?
It said Doja said a man with no motion better not even talk to my
Period. I
daughters.
don't know
I'm
what
with
the
you on
problem
that.
is, brother. Period.
You know what I'm saying? Save it to it this time. LOL. Talking about UA1.
Said what?
Save save it this time. She was seeing the link.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
She was talking about the link.
Okay, my bad.
All right, Marcus Wade says marriage and everything in this day and age has been perverted, and we have gotten away from everything, and from everything origin and falling the fuck apart. I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
That's the sentiment. I agree. We live out of nature, man, in every aspect. Nina, you crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm looking at you. I'm just your ass, man. You
I'm
fucking
just saying.
crazy. Doja said, let's take a poll. Women, do y'all want a broke man with no motion? I say,
No.
No.
of course they
Right.
don't.
Come
You know what
on,
I'm
like, come
saying?
on, bro.
But
Like,
no, nobody.
Exactly.
But
Like,
y'all
oh, he
don't think.
love. I just love him because
But do y'all want a broke
get
female with
out of
no
here.
motion?
we have
But
all dated a
men
broken
kind
man.
of like, but
yeah,
at the
we're a little
same,
different.
at this,
It depends on
yeah,
At this
men to do
age,
that though.
at this age. So I'm gonna assume most people on this podcast at least 40 or almost 40.
No.
Mm.
Do y'all want a woman? The men, do y'all want a woman that's broke with no motion?
So when you
What,
say
what's your
motion, what are you saying? Motion.
what's your
What is
definition of
motion?
broke anyway? What's your definition of broke?
yeah, what's
I
broke.
was
No
gonna say the
job.
same thing.
What's
What
that?
is broke?
No job.
You
It
can
be
have
No,
no
value
no,
job and
different
no
still
things.
have
streams of
money.
income.
I ain't
No,
got
no
no
Oh,
streams of
job.
no streams of
income.
income. Okay,
I ain't got no job. So what that mean?
but
I
you have
just
a
said
stream of
no streams of
income.
income. You know what I just said. I'm
Don't
not
get
gonna
on
argue
this
with you.
internet and act like we don't know you got income.
Now, because at the same time, sometimes you can meet somebody and they could be going through a little rough patch, or then it's like, okay, like I mean, because everybody go through a rough patch in life.
Mhm.
Right,
Honestly, when
right.
you're going through that rough patch in life,
Need
your
You
some
don't need to
help.
focus
be
should not
dating.
be dating. You
That's what
should be your
I
focus
feel.
should be getting back on your feet, honestly.
That's what I
And that's
feel.
for male
Say
or
that again.
female.
It's
I
okay to
don't
take
agree
a
with
So
that,
break.
but okay.
It's okay
man,
to take
I'm
a
a,
break.
I mean, you know what? I'm a believer though, right? Sometimes I believe like, you know what I'm saying, like people enter everybody's life for a reason. You know what I'm
reason,
saying?
yeah.
It could
Mhm.
be
Right.
it could be the it could be, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it could be guidance, sometimes it could be, I mean, whatever the case may be. So more so I feel like if somebody like, I mean, you true, I mean, that's you right though. If somebody broke, they shouldn't be dating, but at the same time everybody needs somebody. And
Mhm.
You can
maybe you can
have
come in it,
friends.
and maybe
He
you
said
can
you can be
come in that
friends.
person like maybe you can
I
come in that
said
person life.
your focus shouldn't be
So
dating. Your
all right,
focus
so check it
shouldn't be
out. So for
dating.
me, like with me, you know what I'm saying. So if I met a dope ass female, before first of all, I ain't gonna walk up to you and be like, "Hey, you got a job?" I ain't
Right.
gonna walk up to you like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna know that you dope. You do everything. So you do everything.
Right.
You cook.
We
You
value
clean.
different things,
You dope.
man.
You got a great personality and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be like, "Hey, you going to work today?" Trying to figure out if you working or not, because you're not affecting my fucking finances. So why does it matter if you working or not? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, eventually, if I do get to know that you don't work, but you got everything else, man, you can always find a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't be like like boom. That's different between men and women. You know what I mean? Women, the
Mhm.
first thing
Yes, it
y'all
is.
so So,
We value
what do
different
you
things.
do for a living, motherfucker?
I
Mind my
don't I
business.
don't I don't ask anybody what they do for a living off the rip
Don't, but
because
you ask questions.
I don't want nobody asking me what I do for a living off the
I
rip too.
agree.
So
Right.
I don't ask that because if I tell you what I do for a living, all of a sudden I become put in this other kind of category. So I don't
Big bang
even
hand.
tell people I don't know what that is. Sorry, I don't know what the
What
fuck
kind
you
of
just said.
category is that?
I
I'm
don't
curious now.
Big
I'm
money.
damn sure not about to disclose. But I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't off the rip say that. But you said it's not going to affect your finances. You don't know that. It's a lot of women that are opportunistic out here, and they
Mm-hmm.
might not present as if they need help.
But the
And
thing,
wait, hold on. Let me finish. A1. They may not present as if they need help. They eat whether they have a job or not. Because it can go for a woman with a job and a woman without a job. They might not present as if they need any kind of assistance or need anything. It could be 6 months down the line and you really feeling this person. Next thing you know, oh, I need help with such and such. They may tell you directly. They may tell you indirectly. So
so
it
so
very well may can affect your pockets. You never know.
I'll
It,
if I,
it might not be a whole bunch of money. It could start off as $20. That $20 could turn to 200. 200 could turn to 2,000.
man,
You
listen,
never
listen,
know.
listen. I'm gonna say this. Look, I ain't no fuck nigga, and I ain't never
Mm,
been no fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
Now,
if I
why does
got if
somebody have
hold
to
on,
be a
listen
fuck
to hold
nigga
on,
for
hold
that?
on, hold on, hold on. Let me get
Okay.
to what I'm saying.
mm.
Let me get to what I'm saying. If I lend you money, that mean I can give it to you. If I ain't
Mhm.
got the motherfucking money, I'm gonna tell you I ain't got the motherfucking money. And if you got a problem with
I
that,
ain't got that
move
shit.
around. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no oh baby, let me see what I can do, baby. Hey baby, I'm sorry, I ain't got the money. If you can't accept that shit, then you ain't the person for me regardless. You
But
feel me?
that's why some
Mm.
people prefer not to date people that are unemployed or have no streams of income
Right. So
because sometimes eventually even if people be like I'm not the type to ask anybody or I don't like asking, you know how many times I've heard somebody say I'm not the type to ask for or I don't like asking for, and once they got comfortable, what is the first thing they did?
And
Ask for some motherfucking money.
So back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. Like your job ain't got shit to do. If it ain't fucking with if it ain't fucking with my finances and everything else about you, cool. We good. Because for one, men, we already the provider. So if it ain't fucking
Right.
with
I
our
was gonna
income,
say
you know
thank
what
you.
I'm saying? We ain't fucking with our income. But it's the difference between
But
that's what we go back to men and women. You know what I'm saying? But if a nigga ain't got no job, women be like, this nigga can't pay my bills, can't pay my telephone bills. That motherfucking song come out. You feel me? So it's a difference. You feel me?
There is a
You know,
difference.
it's a big difference. So
what we value is
that's what
different.
a
Yeah,
business come in. That's the business side. When y'all say it's a business, there ain't no motherfucking
that's
business
what
for
I'm
no
talking
nigga.
about.
It ain't
Well,
no business for niggas.
I'ma say on the business, your marriage is a bond. It has bond numbers. When you marry somebody and you stay married for 10 years, they trade that on the stock market. If you took your license and deposited into a fiduciary, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, any of those places, it ages and earns interest. And so you don't know that. So it is in fact a business, but I get what you're
That
saying. Me
shit
and
ain't
my
that
husband,
shit ain't no
we had
business.
a we had an agreement that we was going into business together. We didn't know each other. So like I said, it wasn't romantic. We both had a vision and we carried it out. And so that's why it's just
Wow.
different. But yeah.
Well, I don't know shit. Me and my ex-wife ain't shit was business about what the fuck we did. So I don't know. I can't relate. I can't relate. You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine came about uh
Hmm.
business. You know what I'm saying? That's how it came about. And like,
And it's
they
lucrative.
ain't what I signed up for.
Well, I'm just saying if you put if you married a long time, if you would have took that certificate, if you would have known in the beginning of that marriage and deposited it, all the financial stress would have left because it was earning interest over those 10 years. If you go to divorce court, they tell you if you're a wife and you're married for less than 10 years,
All
you
right.
do not tap into the interest that that bond has earned. But 10 years and up, it's beneficial. And so, like I say, it can be based in that or not. You got to know your person. We both knew we wanted a family. We both knew we didn't grow up in a two-home parent, situation. We wanted that for our son. And so we didn't go into it hazy eyes and, and it just grew. Like I said, we set goals and we smashed them, and that's what it is for me personally.
All
Well,
right. So
I need
Jerry
some
says,
love.
seems like if a dude can't do nothing for a female, we are considered broke. Jamie
No,
says, well, dating costs. So if you don't have a job, you're you're trying to
I
date.
disagree.
Hold on, they jumping around.
Dating doesn't cost. There's a lot of free things to do
You
when
could
you go
do
on a
for
date.
real.
And then back to
You do
what
something
Jerry has
free,
said,
nigga. What you talking about?
that doesn't apply to every situation. I've already given my example. I have plenty more examples, but I'm not just going to put my business out there. It
Well,
depends.
we know it.
It
We
depends.
know it.
It
It's not.
depends on
We
the
know it's not.
woman. It depends on the woman that you're
Yep.
dealing with.
Yep.
And when you
Hmm.
Yeah,
meet that
I was just
person,
yeah.
it's not going to
Yep.
take that long for you to realize what type of person you're dealing with because people can only be fake for so long, especially if you're dating
Hmm.
a leech
Right.
ass motherfucker. If you're dating a leech,
You gonna know it.
they can only keep their leech ways quiet for so long. But
I'm
if
a
you're dating
leech.
somebody that is affectionate, caring, nurturing, a giver, you're gonna know that within the first week. So that
It
doesn't
may take.
always
It
apply.
may take. Only caveat to that, Marcy, is that I may. It may take a generous dude a longer time to recognize a leech
Yeah.
because he
That's
is just
true.
generous.
Yeah.
That's
That's
If
true.
true.
he's
Hmm.
not
And it
discerning,
goes for
if he's
females
not
too.
discerning,
Yeah. Right.
It goes for females too. It might take a very generous female a long time to realize that she's being used or being leached off of. So it goes both ways. I agree.
Hmm.
But if you ain't got no money, so you ain't got to worry about that.
You don't have to
Everyone be
you don't
quiet.
have to
Not
have
least.
money. You don't have to have money for somebody to leech off of you. You don't have
Hmm.
to have
Leashes is not
money
just
for
money.
somebody you got
You
people
can lead
that
them on.
are
People are
mental leeches.
emotionally draining.
Nah,
Yes.
It's
y'all good.
always something going on. Every time you talk to me, just having a horrible
Hmm.
day.
My
Yes.
bad.
They
I'm
don't
sorry.
give a
I
damn
ain't mean
what
to
you
strike
got
up another
going on.
conversation. My bad. My bad. I'll be
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, you know my lights got cut off today. Oh,
hey
this,
man,
and
this
this.
this is talking about a Tuesday. This is what we
Yeah.
do. This is what
Like
we
you
do,
never having a
man.
good
We go
day.
down the rabbit hole.
Right. Every day is a bad day.
You have a bad day every day. Damn, negative Nancy.
Right.
Right. Negative Ned, negative
Ne-
Nancy.
yeah, negative Nathan. Yeah. Hmm.
DK said y'all got a good talk.
All right,
He ain't never met these type of women.
Who said that?
DK.
Hey,
Who is DK? That's a new person.
DK, big dude. All I can say, these women got good talk. I ain't never met these type of women.
They got good talk.
They got good talk. Hey man, you know how it is,
We're not
man.
men bashing.
Right.
Man, y'all man bashing, but y'all not man
First of
bashing.
all,
We are
who
We
is
not men
we're
y'all?
bashing.
talking about us.
What have I said that bashed a man?
Oh hell,
Yeah.
Man, all y'all. Nah.
Quit being
Don't
combative.
listen. Don't listen to A1, y'all. He just
Oh boy.
that's
We
him.
saying how we
Before
love the black man.
before I call your real name, A1, quit being
Man,
combative.
y'all just sit there and told us if we ain't got no job, we useless.
I didn't
That's
say
not what
that.
he said.
That's not what they said.
Marcy's lips did not say that.
All right, my bad, Reggie. My bad, Reggie. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
that's funny.
Copeland said, yep, because people will use you if you have a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they sure will.
Play in your face, on your heart, tap dance all around it.
not that dense.
I'm a firm believer too, man.
DK
People
said
only do what you allow them to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, Antonio.
that's true.
And that's where
That's
them
true.
boundaries come in.
That's true.
That's
You
true,
gotta
but
use
you
you
also
gotta use
some people are
discernment.
not some people are not
I got
self aware. Some people are not self aware until it's too late.
You know, they gotta get self aware. They gotta use
Yeah.
discernment.
And that's the bad part about being a giver because you're doing it with you're moving with pure
you.
intentions, and because you're moving with pure intentions, sometimes it's harder for you to see that you're being used because you're
Hmm.
genuinely moving with pure
Shit.
intentions. You're not moving
So
because you want to receive something on the back end, and that's
Hmm.
kind of a problem that people when they have big hearts and they're givers like that encounter, unfortunately.
What you got to
yeah,
say,
some
Copeland?
Nothing.
Mm. But yeah, that's what I agree. That's what I was saying at first. Like I poured, so I'm looking to be poured back into, and that's just where I am in my life. And if it's the right person, it's gonna work.
Sometimes we have to fail so many times
Thank
before we realize it. But yes, you don't pour into nobody that's not pouring into you. Period.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that.
I think um mm, for me, like I'm with for me. Like you certain it's certain things that you want, right? Like, like I've been through these things. I understand this about myself now. I've grown to this level. So it's like, okay, hey, these are things that I want, right? Out of my next relationship or situation or whatever that is.
Mhm.
And then there's a flip side of that and say, okay, putting that all together, right? What what that type of person want? And am I offering that to the person
Mm,
that I want?
say that. Are you giving what you're
You
requiring?
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hmm.
And also,
Treat me how you want to be treated.
and
Mhm.
also, don't let your past experiences negatively affect your future encounters
Yeah,
to
be
the
all the
point
way
that it
healed.
doesn't allow you
Right.
to open yourself up.
Say
Sometimes
that.
people do that self consciously, and that's called self sabotage. Don't continue to self sabotage yourself because you could be very well blocking your blessing because you're holding on to something that somebody else did and you unintentionally introducing it into a new situation.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
accountability. Recognize
Really,
what you're doing.
really, yeah, really just be all the way healed from your past. Relate, understand trauma, everything you done went through, and grow from that shit. Really, that's
I
all you
don't
can do.
I don't
Mhm.
think people are always fully healed. I think that you heal to the point where you learn how to navigate through your past experiences and trauma. I always
Mhm.
like to ask people, where are you in your healing journey? If it's
Mhm.
just at
We
the
got a lot of
beginning,
keloids.
if it's just at the beginning of your healing journey, you and I cannot align because me personally at this point that I'm at, I'm not in the space, I'm not in the capacity to help somebody that is
In
at the
order,
beginning of their healing journey. If you're already on a healing journey, where are you? Where,
Mhm.
because how can I fit in? But if you're at the beginning of your healing journey, that's a lot for me to take on, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. That because to take somebody that's in the beginning of their healing journey, that is a heavy, heavy weight. And it
Mhm.
requires a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of understanding, and a lot of compassion. Excuse me.
You
Mhm.
don't,
all right.
you don't.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
you
ahead and make
don't
your
know
point.
where you are on in your healing journey. You know what I'm saying? It depends. You know, it definitely depends. It
Ah,
definitely depends on, like, what I'm saying, the situation and what you've been through, because you know dealing with any kind of breakup, especially a marriage, a long term marriage, it's like a grieving. It's like you're grieving a debt. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it takes time, even just like a normal breakup. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. So you don't know where you're in your healing journey. And back to Mark says my response about a blessing. Girl, I'm a blessing, girl. Okay, I
I
am a.
beg to
Anyway, hold on. And the next
I don't
thing
agree
is,
with that
yeah,
A1.
but I mean, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna speak from experience. But so you don't never know where you at. You know what I'm saying? Your healing journey. You might think you healed, but you're not healed because you're not open for change. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You always get people that say, "This is who I am." No, this is
Hmm.
not who you is. This is who you grew to be.
hey,
Right.
I
You
was
know
Mhm.
just
what
about
I'm
to
Right.
saying?
say some shit. To
Mhm.
that.
This who
Yeah,
you grew to be, right? So whenever when you invite somebody into your circle, into your world, and you're trying to love on them, you're trying to respect, you're gonna have to open up. You're gonna have to. This is who I'm gonna be, or who I am. That shit gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As long as it ain't jeopardizing your integrity, your
Mhm.
morals,
Mhm.
and your values, some shit gotta give. So we talk about love languages and stuff like
It's
that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about love. I'm gonna say this, and I'm done with it. We talk about love language. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I just
You,
want to make a quick point.
yeah,
You can
we
grow.
talk about love language and shit. You know what I'm saying? My love language might be, hey, quality time. The person I'm talking to, I fuck with them. I like them a lot, but their love language might not be quality time. But
Mhm.
because this is who I am, I'm trying to give them quality time. But you ain't respecting their space.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, is you gotta love the person. You gotta love like that person for what they love and like, not for what you love and like, because
And
you
what
you
you
don't
trying to get
accept that.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're trying to get,
Mhm.
and you don't accept that because this is how you perceive to be loved and liked. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
So I understand that, but that's why I'm saying you said you don't know where you are in your healing journey. The
No, you
first
don't.
step, the first step, the
You
first
don't.
step is awareness that you actually have a problem. There are some people that operate under
That's
the
what I was just about
there
to
are
do.
some
That was my
people
point, Mercy.
that operate under the guise that nothing is wrong with them.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they
yeah.
are wait, hold on. So if they're
Yeah.
operating under the
Took
guise
the words right out of my
that
mouth.
nothing is wrong with them, then that's when you're gonna have somebody that is how what you describe. If you have somebody that's operating under the guise that nothing is wrong with them, they're not aware that they actually have a problem. Their healing journey hasn't even begun because
Facts.
if you're aware that you have an issue, then you're actively working to rectify that issue. You actively are working to open yourself up. You're actively doing something to change those behaviors that you have learned and adapted and have held on to for so long. Once you act, that's the first step
I,
to healing is being aware. You have to be self-aware. If you're
I
not
got you,
self-aware,
Marcy.
you can't heal. So once you already are self-aware and you started and you're on your healing journey, then you're able
Fixing
to
those things about
love
yourself.
somebody
Yeah.
according to their love language, not yours.
I got you, Marcy.
Because I have to
You,
love
you,
you according to your love
you're
language, not
exactly
my
mine,
love
right?
language.
Mhm.
So I got you, Marcy. You said being aware of what you need to work on. Your issue your issue with me might not be who is this autumn issue with me. You know what I'm saying? My issue with you might not be Tucker issue with you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like just because it might be you saying about learning like what's your issue, it might not must be really a really a issue.
Nah,
Like
nah. What she's saying
I
is
get what you're saying. I know
whatever
exactly what you're saying,
situation.
but I'm doing black and white with it.
I'm saying
There,
I'm
but
going
there,
finna go
if
black
you
and white
can
with it. So
continue to
whatever
have, if you
situation you
continue to have
in,
felt relationship, there's something in the
whatever,
core of you that is
and,
making it
and
happen.
exactly, it's something underlying about you because you the consistent
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in
yeah.
in every equation. So what I'm saying is
Mm,
no matter what situation you find yourself in, whether if it's an abusive situation, which is fucked up, right, and not
nasty.
your necessarily your fault, but or whether it's a situation where they're cheating on you constantly, or vice versa, when females you can't keep a female, like it's those things are you have to look at the core of what you are, right?
What's the
Yep.
common
And you got
denominator?
Yep.
right, you got to start looking at inside, like why am I what the hell going on? Or like, hold on, let me pause, let me
Where is
not
the
fuck with nobody, let
discourse?
me see what's going
Hmm.
on. Yeah, like
But
let me
look,
see
though, at
what's
the
going
same
on.
time, wouldn't that apply to both parties though? Because everybody's
Always,
single dating.
No, that doesn't
always.
necessarily apply
Huh.
to both parties. Not necessarily. Somebody could be single because their partner may have cheated on them, and that was the first relationship they were in, and somebody cheated on them. So it doesn't necessarily apply to both parties needing to look and see. But what would apply is if I'm dating, if I want to date A1 and I was dating Tucker at first, and my partner cheat and Tucker cheated on me, before I decide I want to date A1, because Tucker's the first man that has ever cheated on me, I need to be completely over the fact that he cheated on me and heal from the hurt that I encountered when Tucker cheated on me before I go and try to do anything with A1, because it's going to be certain things that A1 is going to be doing. And because I'm still harboring the hurt that I received from Tucker, I'm going to be in my head micromanaging all kind of shit and ticking off little things. Well, this is the same thing that Tucker did. And I'm going to be comparing Tucker and A1. I'm going to be comparing my previous
Yeah, we
relationship
mentioned that
to my
earlier.
current relationship and trying to find fault. That's self-sabotaging. So
Yeah,
before
we got
I
that.
decide I need to move on to A1, I need to make sure that I'm completely healed and over the situation between Tucker and I, because that's the first man that ever decided to cheat on me. So now my guard is up.
I think we went in a circle on that comment. I mean that
We
copy right
did.
there.
We did go back to that
I
conversation.
wasn't,
Nah,
I
It
wasn't,
went
we,
a
so
long
we,
ass
I
way.
wasn't paying attention the
She
first time
wasn't.
because
She
I was
wasn't.
no.
She
You
busy.
good.
wasn't
You
on. No,
good. You good.
fairness to Marcy, she was not on at that time. So that we,
No.
but we did come back to that. So we
But
did talk
I
about that.
mean, it makes sense. We
Yeah,
brought it
but
out the
it
way.
ties in. So it's not like it's
Yeah.
a.
Yeah.
It does tie in. All right, I'm gonna read a couple comments, man. We're gonna get up out of here. We've been
Okay.
rocking 3 hours. Nigga, I don't. Hey, I appreciate y'all. This shit been fun. All right, just a couple, and then we head out. What we got? A lot of replies. They got their own thing going. They got their own show going on in the chat.
That's how we like it. Interact with each other.
Yeah, for sure. They got their own show going on in the chat, man. I'm gonna let that be that. Oh, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna let y'all run through that after. Appreciate y'all rocking out. Y'all know how we do. TTC, talk about it Tuesday. You know how we do. We kick it like the A1. Appreciate y'all, homie. Copeland, Marcy, Cammy, Antonio. Thank you for checking in, homie. Though, hey, check in next week.
Hey, I'll
Amen.
be here, man. I'll be here.
For sure, for sure. Christina, appreciate you as always. Well, y'all, Cinnabon, thank you for checking in as well.
Right.
Everybody else who came in, Autumn, y'all know what's up.
Jam,
Appreciate y'all.
Marcus.
Damn, get your ass on one of these screens one day. Bring your ass.
Appreciate it.
All right. Y'all be